Everybody, welcome to a integrated market. There she is. Ooh, it's over.
That was fast.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Hey, it's Thanos and Fortnite lame. We will discover the bottom of that issue today. Today we will. We will find the answer to that.
Finally.
And there are a number of other hot topics on hand. Just to prove that this is not the first mashup of seemingly dissimilar marketing, I found a bunch of old and cringy YouTube videos, so that's going to be fun. And then also Nintendo shared details about their online service, so talk through that.
Yeah.
They listened to us. We said that they should do that, and they did
For
it.
years, probably.
Huh?
They've been working on it for years.
Yeah, because we said it years ago.
Still doesn't have a
All right.
virtual console
All right.
though, but
Okay.
we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we can, and we will.
Stupid.
This podcast is sponsored by three sponsors: Sherry's Berries, Beachbody, and Casper. You can get freshly dipped strawberries starting at $19.99 plus shipping and handling at berries.com using our code DUDESOUP. Mother's Day is coming up. You can get a free trial membership to Beachbody on demand when you text DUDE to 303030. And you can get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/dudesoup and using promo code DUDESOUP at checkout. Now, to get to the bottom of this thorny issue, this very thick issue involving a CG comic book character in a game, the video game the world's playing, I had to ask some of my Fortnite scholars on to help me talk through the
scholars?
issue. Yes.
Like a month ago.
Yeah.
First up is Bruce Green. Probably out of all of us, maybe the one who's played the most Fortnite.
Maybe I have the most
think so,
hours.
yeah.
I've been playing for the longest, but I'm still terrible at it. I still feel like garbage every time I play it.
The world's most popular game. What would you say your Fortnite related title is, Adam?
I'm like, I don't know, the Falcon of Fortnite.
You mean like from MCU?
Yeah, if we're
have a-
combining worlds, let's do it.
They have a Falcon looking glider now in Fortnite.
They do?
Sure.
I
Yeah,
know
it's
they
like
do.
red and
Yeah.
white, and it looks like bird wings.
Give the kids what they want, man. If it references something, put it in there. Ready Player One called it. It's happening.
Actually, yeah, it's funny you bring that up. And then I'm going to guess the guy who's waiting for pro wrestlers to appear in Fortnite, James Willems.
Am I? I don't know. How'd that work? I don't care, but then I would never be able to utilize it because I don't play Fortnite.
Ooh.
I want the Maw. Why didn't they put him in there?
Ebony Maw?
Yeah. I want him to go like this.
He did
his
this
weird
thing.
lips?
He did that thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, those weird lips.
Yeah.
Who voiced the Maw? Who was that?
I'll look it up.
I didn't know they were keeping it a secret, so I didn't know if it was a big
They're
deal.
keeping it a secret.
No, they weren't.
Who's they?
Kevin Feige.
Who's they?
He was like, you'll be pleasantly surprised at who it is.
You know
'cause
why that was?
They thought it was Peter Dinklage.
Oh no, because it was a completely CG character, and they were like, if it sucks, we should never commit to who's going to be portraying this because then we're going to have to pull a V for Vendetta and then swap it at the last minute.
Who are you guys talking about?
The Maw,
Remember, he does this?
the guy with the mouth.
He's the one that
He
gets
speaks
sucked
for
out of
Thanos.
the explosion.
Oh, he's
of
got
the
a
spaceship.
name.
He's yeah.
Oh.
It was Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight.
Spoiler alert.
Claudius Max
Clave.
Glaive.
No, it's Corvus Glaive.
Corvus Glaive.
And then Big Guy. Or it was like Hand Axe or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, movie was cool.
Soon you'll be able to play as all of them in Fortnite for some reason.
I hope so.
So this was part of the 4.1 patch that hit this morning, as of Tuesday. There's a new Infinity Gauntlet mode in Fortnite. When you play as that, it's solo only. Shortly after, I think like there's some minor tweaks. There's a lot more loot, and like resource gathering is double. It's kind of like a hyper mode. But shortly after the match starts, a meteor crashes into the planet, and an Infinity Gauntlet pops out. If you pick it up, you get to become Thanos himself. You got a few abilities. You can do like a hyper jump. You know, ground pound. You have lasers that you can shoot. You also get it started with
A lot of health.
300 shields, 800 health. They've already, as of time of this podcast, knocked it down to 200 shields, 700 health. Your shields regen, your health does not. And when you die, the Infinity Gauntlet pops out, and somebody else gets to be Thanos.
Cool.
It kind of feels like Battlefront, in that like not everybody gets to be Luke Skywalker, and you play it a lot hoping you ever get to be Luke Skywalker, and then if you're James, you never ever do.
That's why I'm not like I think it's awesome. These are these things that I watch from like across the room, like a man watching a burly man make love to his wife.
Yeah.
I just watch, I look on, and I go, wow, that's beautiful. That's amazing.
Someone's having a
Knowing that
great
I'll
time.
never get to participate. So I'm like, oh, cool, Thanos in Fortnite, that's really cool. And knowing that even if I booted it up and played until the mode ended, I would never actually get to be Thanos.
You should play. How about this, James? You go home right now.
Since
You
everyone's
play-
playing Fortnite,
You play Fortnite.
I play Battlefront.
Oh. Play Fortnite for the rest of the week
Uh-huh.
and stream it.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll get Thanos probably once.
And see if I don't kill myself by the end of the week.
Looks like your mic might be turned upside down there.
It's always like this.
He has the wonk
okay,
mic.
it's fine then.
That's fine.
It's all that hair
I don't know what it is. Oh, by the way, here's the mall.
tuggling up in it.
Tom Vaughn.
Of course.
I don't know.
Okay.
They kept it a secret.
I guess, yeah.
Tom Vaughn.
He's good.
tell
he's good.
you.
He's a good voice actor.
Who did it?
He was very good.
So
All
yeah.
right. Now the question at hand is, since the battle for pop culture wages eternal, and there's people in the trenches right now, those brave warriors fighting. Is this brand mashup cool or lame? I'll hear from all of you in turn, starting with Bruce.
Oh, I'm going to start off and say it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Only because it's the most popular movie in the world right now, and also Fortnite's the most popular game in the world. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong? And the fact of the matter is they didn't, because it's trending and everybody loves
Yeah.
it, and it's like blowing up.
To be fair, that's happened in the past though, where everyone loved Michael Jackson and everyone loved Coke, and then his hair caught on fire.
That's true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Michael
What?
Jackson shilled Pepsi. What?
Or I'm sorry, I got it mixed up.
Oh, okay.
Wow, it's such a good campaign.
I was like 3.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that at all.
and he caught on fire.
I mean, that is in the vein of something we'll be discussing soon, which is the legacy of brand mashups in
Sure.
American marketing. But whatever.
Also, it's done really well, because the game itself doesn't feel like a sandbox. But as soon as you get to be Thanos, when you watch Thanos play, you're like, holy shit! Like this basically changes the entire face of Fortnite. And if you played thousands of hours like most people have, then it's an entirely different change to the game. So
I also think that aesthetically you could do this with Fortnite, but you couldn't do this with PUBG.
yes,
I think that's an important
absolutely.
thing too.
Cartoon nature of
I'm-
it.
100%.
And I don't care about games battling for 1 and 2 because they're all making billions of dollars. But I always like when the thing where artists worked really hard on it, like, comes to the forefront. PUBG just looks kind of washed out. Like, it looks better than the other worst looking Battlegrounds type game.
H1Z1.
Yeah, H1Z1. But it's still
Looks like a skid mark.
it still just feels like, yeah, it's just, you just can see the character models like spinning in their dummy pose and stuff like that. And it just looks like a lame interpretation of real life. Whereas Fortnite, someone sketched out these characters on a notepad. And then someone put those characters in a computer and they're like, how are they gonna move? And they like thought about these things and they made it. And I think that Thanos fits in this. Like, that doesn't stand out as being weird in this game because the art style is so kind of interesting.
So dumb question. Are we on the verge of a whole new game being invented now where Disney sees this and goes, oh shit, what if we made a battle royale game where you randomly assign someone from the MCU?
Oh, that's awesome.
And like you spawn in, you're like, sweet, I'm Wolverine. And then you kill Storm or whatever and then like get her powers.
That's kind of close to MOBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been through this.
are we circling
Remember
back?
Lord of the Rings MOBAs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if it plays like this, like maybe Disney goes, maybe EA isn't the one we should have went with. Maybe it's Epic, and they're like, you made Thanos cool and popular with today's spry youth. These are conversations people have.
Yeah. They're popping their suspenders in their
I don't
business
know.
meetings.
James and I talked about that years ago when Smite came out. We're like, man, what if Smite was just Marvel heroes? That'd be kind of cool. Like,
would be
I'd
cool.
play that.
Yeah.
And
What would their moves be?
And they
like-
finally did it, where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll put Thanos in it. Like, I think you're probably seeing an experimental version of a game that's going to come out in a year.
Yeah.
When Disney makes battle royale games not cool anymore.
Well, this feels like the reason this is cool is because he can do things that a lot of other players can't. So if you put a bunch of MCU characters into a battle royale, it just becomes a video game at that point. Whereas
sure.
this is a little different because you're doing things that, again, actually all players cannot do except for one player, Thanos.
I think this also taps into a certain human condition, which is
Thanos is
thinking
dancing.
that the thing that you like is something that's unique to you.
Yeah, there we go.
So Fortnite is the most popular game in the world,
Yeah.
in at least North America and Europe.
Yeah.
But like, who knows what's going on in China? But it's the most popular game in the world. But I guarantee you, most people that play it think that they are alone in liking this game. And when they see something like this, they're like, "Oh, I'm not alone."
Yeah.
Marvel likes it too. And so, but it's like people perpetually ignore the fact that the game makes $1 billion a day or whatever, and you play it alone alongside 1 billion people who are also playing it alone daily. Like, so it's this weird, you can't comprehend this as a human being, and so this feels like a little secret prize for, oh my, I got Thanos. It's like you and everyone else got Thanos.
I was going to say, do you think this is an eye-opening thing for people to think that, I mean, I've been kind of hoping for this day, not this day specifically, but this sort of thing where video games it's no longer, it's like, I feel like a drug dealer or like, act like I'm like a homosexual in the 30s where I'm like, I do the toe tap and I look at you and like, and I'm like,
you're a gamer too?
yeah, wink, wink. Yeah, like it used to be kind of weird when you're with your friends and like when I was in school and a dude would bust out EGM, you're like, oh, new best friend. Like, whereas other guys were like losers.
Well,
and you're like, fuck you.
Here's
I
the thing
wanna
about that
see games.
mentality, though. That's never been true. I don't think this will change anything. I don't think it has to. I don't think it's designed to. People will still think that they are alone, uniquely in love with this game, Fortnite, that they found.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm a snowflake. I go on Reddit.
Like, kind
The world's
of,
most popular website.
So I think that's part of, but I think it's just another part of it that people will see through.
That's smart business, though. If you can figure that out, if you can make people feel like they're still part of a unique club or like a unique thing.
It's Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
man.
Like, yeah, man, you're just part of the small group of billions of us.
You need a company that's about to reach $1 trillion of net worth.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really smart. I'm not saying anyone should feel a way about this. I'm just saying, like, I think maybe it will be eye-opening, or I mean, if you enjoy that feeling of feeling like, oh, this is my thing and I like it and it feels unique to me, ride that wave. That's cool. That's fine.
I think it's just the human condition.
Sure.
I think no matter what video games just happens to be the thing now that appeals to that, but I think that's always been the case.
I'm just glad games it seems to be culturally accepted. It's a far cry from us growing up when they were like trying to demonize it and they were like, Mortal Kombat's going to make you hail Satan, and it's like it's so different now where it's like, dude, fucking Disney's giving it the A-OK.
Yeah, it's because the money was there.
Sure,
to a degree,
money's
the money
great.
was always there, but
Yeah.
it's interesting, guys, talking about the waves of sort of. I feel like it's a different group of people that has this collective realization that they lived in self-imposed seclusion. Mostly, I'm going to guess through personality type. I did that stuff. I was into like Star Wars growing up, and the narrative you tell yourself is, well, I like Star Wars. I must be a nerd. Like I'm one of the like forgotten people. I'm one of the shadow people. Never mind that Star Wars has always been one of the biggest entertainment brands on the entire fucking planet.
Sure, but you would in some way enjoy that with other people at a theater, or like there were groups that came together. I guess once, home rental became a thing and like
that's the
you
weird
could enjoy
thing.
By yourself.
Yeah, it was mostly by myself because I wasn't a social person. So
Right.
I think not being a social person and then liking worldly popular things combined to make you think that those things are yours and yours alone because you're just a naturally secluded person. Reminds me of being at like gaming convention or like early PAXs. People high on the euphoria that tens of thousands of people into gaming and nerd culture all got in one building. And even within that, they would throw out Cake is Alive references and just be delighted that someone else knew what they were talking about.
Sure.
And I always thought that was odd, especially when people started singing the fucking song in a hallway, like all off key. Well, whatever. Hey, man, they were living their best life.
Yeah,
but-
they were allowed. They're a nerd like you.
They found people like them.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
sure.
Well, like, did you go see Star Wars when they re-released it in like the late 90s?
No.
In theaters? You did that.
You bet I did.
I did it.
I did.
And I was happy to wait in line with other people.
Yeah.
That was like, because I thought Star Wars was like a small thing that no one was really into because I saw it once on like the Sci-Fi Channel. And I was like, whoa, why has no one ever told me about this before? Because I didn't grow up really watching it as like a 3-year-old. Like, for whatever reason, I had RoboCop growing up.
Yeah,
I didn't have Star
me too.
Wars.
That's like super violent for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I had that and
Yeah.
Princess Bride. Those
Well,
are the
but-
movies my parents were like, here you go, watch these.
RoboCop was awesome because there's a whole line of RoboCop toys.
There's a kids cartoon show.
There's a kids cartoon show, but even the RoboCop toys,
Rambo.
like it would have RoboCop with a gun. You'd put the gun in his hand, remember that? And then you'd put the things in his back so you could
pop
flick.
caps?
You could flick it so that way it actually ignite
shot
small
fire.
strips
Do you remember
of
those-
things
I
that
had
would
that.
pop.
Remember the cap guns
Yes,
you had?
I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
Yeah.
not only was it a toy based off a hard R movie,
Yeah.
but it was also a toy that simulated holding and
Gunshots.
using a gun.
Well, it was metal and it got hot because it was actually fire.
Man, that's so cool.
So
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
There's actually one fundamental difference, though, I think, with Fortnite aside from any other thing, because there is this like progression of I was talking about pre-internet, pre-cell phone, of you experience your interactions with a popular brand or a popular property by yourself, or maybe with a close friend, but it still has this sort of caged-in, closed-in, cave-like feeling about it. This is on phones, and it's being played across schools. I wonder what it's like from a social comment or from a social environment of like, how can you walk around school all day and see everyone playing Fortnite on their iPhone, and then still get excited when Drake plays it, considering you know that everyone's playing it?
Well, I don't know that they did. I'm not sure that like.
Maybe it's not the same
I think
people, yeah.
that we're speaking from a different perspective than kids that are playing it on their mobile phone. Like, I think that it's just normal now. Like, it's not like somebody was like, "Yo, did you see Drake was playing Fortnite with Ninja?" Like, I think kids are just like, "Oh yeah, I was watching Ninja last night. He ended up playing with Drake." Like, it's just like that simple.
Yeah.
I think we're still probably 10, 15 years away from that when it is just like a normal thing where a high profile actor is like also is a Twitch streamer and like, or whatever Twitch ends up becoming or anything like that, where it's like, it just becomes normal. Because I think right now it's still, I don't know, I feel like if I see someone out in the wild and they're wearing like a Funhaus shirt or anything Rooster Teeth, I'm kind of like, whoa, weird. Like, it's not normal yet, you know what I mean? Like, it's still like, I was just saying like Rooster Teeth represents like a nerd culture sort of like brand sort of thing. It's still kind of small. It's not like someone wearing a Vans shirt and being like, oh, you too? You like skateboard?
You skate, bro?
Yeah, wow, really cool. Like, I don't think it's the nerd, I hate calling it nerd culture anyway, it's just culture.
Yeah, it's just
right?
culture, it's pop
I don't
culture.
think it's almost there, but like the gaming side of it, I think these are the first steps or the first signs that you're seeing of just being normalized, which I think is fine. It's fantastic. I don't think gaming needs to be held up in a different regard than any other sort of media, which is, it has been either demonized or crucified in so many different ways through the years. And for people, I would love for a senator to be like, fuck off, it's a video game. Move on, next question.
Well, so Adam, you hinted at it. Actually, we were fortunate enough to have Bernie swing through, and he brought up a really interesting point, which is that it's so, admitting first of all, it's not fair to treat everyone on Reddit as though they were one person. But for the sake of argument, I'm about to. It seemed like the internet collectively decided that Ready Player One was lame as shit, because all it was just a jumble of well-loved brands smashed together with like the most cookie-cutter plot. And I thought that was kind of interesting, because I don't think the movie asked or even told you that it was going to make a commentary on pop culture or nerd culture, but for some reason people expected that. However, that's exactly what this is. At least that's what Bernie said. Like, you're Thanos, you're fighting John Wick, and you kill a dude and then dab on his corpse. It is just a jumble of pop culture things all smashed
You
into
also
the
do
world's
the
most
Scrubs
popular.
dance.
Yeah, you can do Scrubs dance. and people seem to uniformly celebrate every little nugget of inclusion into Fortnite. However, Ready Player One was reviled for being a pastiche of pop culture. So what's the difference?
Was it reviled?
Was it reviled?
I don't know that it was
I
reviled
think a lot
by
of people
everybody.
eye rolled at it.
I mean, I think maybe the nerdiest of the nerds in Reddit rolled their eyes at it, but I think the normal movie-going audience probably was like, "Oh, look, it's Overwatch's Tracer," or like the dinosaur from Jurassic Park. You know, like.
Well, I also think that if Ready Player One was a more compelling piece of media, people would have not cared. No, I mean, seriously though, I think people play Fortnite because they like it, because they like the game. It's
a good game.
And so if they already like the game and it's doing other things that they like and including other things that they like, it's easier to say that you like that and ignore the fact that it is just moving the pieces of media around. I think Ready Player One, people were like, so was that Tracer thing what I was supposed to like most about that movie? And if it was, that's lame. I think that's the difference.
I see.
So if Ready Player One was awesome and everyone agreed that the story was great and you cried at the end and you were super compelled and it had Tracer in it, you'd be like, that was really cool when Tracer showed up.
So like Lego Movie, basically.
Lego Movie's a great example.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic example. Everyone loved that movie, and no one was like, Batman, really? Like they're like, oh, Batman's my favorite character.
Yeah.
You know, so and then they made a movie about Batman. So I think that's a perfect example.
That was, we were talking about it briefly. I don't know if we had this conversation before though, but I thought the interesting thing about Ready Player One, where it almost hits the nail on the head, where it shows a glimpse of the future where there's nothing new. Everything is a rehash. And Fortnite is like the perfect example of that, where it's like the game is so far from what it originally started, was this like unique game from Epic of this like cartoon and zombies, and like it had its own kind of unique feel and like this
I'm
look.
that guy that goes PVE.
Yeah.
You still
Clicks
play
that they go to the menu and go
What's it called?
PVE.
Survive the
trying to
Storm
get
or
through
Call
that
the Storm?
story.
I want them to like just digitally add cobwebs to things that people aren't going to.
Yeah.
Just the opacity slider kicks up.
But like, yeah, when they're adding a John Wick skin and like all these dance moves, and people are like a new meme comes out, a new dance move or something, people are on the subreddit and our forums are screaming, tweeting it or whatever, and just being like, put this dance move in the game. I need it. I will pay you money for it. Like, we're just mashing all the things up that we already have into one thing. That's what the smart thing I thought was in Ready Player One, where it's like, you didn't see any like new ideas.
Yeah.
It was all old
No
stuff.
new memes.
And like, are we fastly approaching a world, like a future dystopian thing where it's like, we're just rewatching the same shit over and over, and like we're already doing that.
Well, that's,
in
what our, that's what
movies
our
and
culture
reboots.
reinforces, though, and it has for years. Which is like we always know a sequel makes more money than an original property.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it for what 30, 40, 50 years.
Oh,
now?
come on. Homer was on that shit early.
was
Odyssey was the sequel to Iliad.
yeah, that's the thing, though. It's naive to think that we have changed as human beings in what we consume and how we consume it.
Sure.
We really haven't. We change the way sometimes.
Yeah.
But we don't really change what we like, because the things that we like are the things that reinforce our own humanity.
Sure.
It's like
Arts and
mythology and religion and all of these things, when you break them down, are like, you know, the Avengers is basically just Norse mythology. It like literally.
Sometimes literally is Norse
you know,
mythology.
and so these are just things. These are just things that are up in our brain that, for whatever reason, when cells got together, figured out this is what we like,
Yeah. Well, that's-
and so you just continue to like it.
I never want to say anything nice about Avatar because I'm not a big fan of Avatar, and I hate that it's like the most popular movie in the world. Like it grows.
The
Did
3D's
Infinity
great.
War not come
But-
out already? Oh.
Well,
It
it's
will.
going to.
Yeah, it will.
That's the thing, and that was the one thing in my mind that I forgot about is like Avatar. Even though it was
I'm gonna check right now.
It's a rehash story. It's stuff we've seen before. At least it was an original movie. It was an original idea. It wasn't based on a book. It wasn't based on a comic. It was a wholly original thing, and it was the most popular thing in the world. And you're like, so, like I said, I never wanted to defend Avatar, but here I am saying
It's
like,
a ripoff of Ferngully.
it absolutely is. It's Pocahontas, and it's everything we've seen before. But at the very least,
Wolves.
it wasn't. What was that Dances with Wolves? Yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying it's a type of story we've seen before. But at least the way it was executed, it was, for argument's sake, it was an original thing. Avengers is a sequel, a reboot, and part of it's everything. It's almost everything I hate. Except I love it way more than Avatar. I had such a good time watching that movie. But it's so weird that like Disney has found a way to do like the Fortnite of movies of like, look, everything's familiar.
Huh.
You know this already. It's somehow a sequel and a reboot at the same time, and you're happy. And we actually made it into a good movie.
Well,
So-
I think that again gets back to the crux of it. If you make something good, people can appreciate it.
sure.
So even with
have no-
Avatar,
I have no complaints.
Even with Avatar, it was built on the back. It was built out of the skeleton of a tried and true story that resonates with the human condition.
And it was executed almost perfectly.
And so it didn't matter if they looked weird or what. Like it didn't matter because it was built on the back of this thing that is pretty much assured. You've already pushed it into the gonna get at least a 6 out of 10 like level, and then you just need to push it further.
That's the reason I watched Reboot. Remember the show Reboot? Oh
yeah.
It
Yeah.
looked like garbage.
Yeah.
And it looked like garbage when I was a kid. I was like, this looks terrible. But the more that I watched Reboot, the more I was like, I like the story. I like the characters. I like
did have kind of a
I
cool
like
story.
like James just said the meat of it.
Yeah.
And there was a reason that I could stomach the terrible CG. It was because the story was good.
I like went through. I remember the little kid like went into another dimension and came back all like older and awesome.
Well, that was the time skip after season 2, I believe.
There was a big time skip in season 2.
yeah.
It's really cool.
wow.
I could not get into the show.
I want to watch this show with
Dot
like,
Matrix? You didn't have a boner for Dot Matrix?
Everybody did.
he spun his cap around. I want to watch this with like. I want to find a TV that has the most horrible motion smoothing and watch this on that TV. Yeah.
That's a good
God,
idea.
yeah.
Megabyte was good.
just go to your grandma's
hexadecimal.
house.
Hexadecimal was Megabyte's like sister.
They did an episode where they did like a Mortal Kombat sort of like reference, right?
well,
it's-
they
it's all
would
video games.
because they were the inside of a computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
And when the user played games, a thing would come down, and it would basically. By the way, my
was a
favorite
square.
thing about
Big program.
yeah, there you go. It would come down, and then it would land at somewhere within the computer, and then if it won, it would just eviscerate that area of the city.
Would.
Oh,
So-
it's like they have to defend the city by playing the game.
So
type thing.
what Bob would do is he would be in charge.
Yeah,
He's the
I think
guardian.
his name's
He would go to all of those places where anytime it was coming down, go into the game and then beat the user at the game, which to me seems like you got a shitty computer. Right? Like you got a bad computer because every single time you're like, I'm just going to play some Overwatch. Imagine going to Overwatch and then there's just this one guy, Widowmaker, sniping you every time you come out of spawn. God damn it, Bob.
Yeah.
I hate this computer.
The user, doesn't it also mean that every time you win any video game, part of your computer gets destroyed?
Which is true.
Yes, that's what happens. And you kill a bunch of little organisms inside it.
But then there's
grinding
also a
sound.
virus in that computer
Well,
called
now you're,
Megabyte.
now you're getting down to Superhuman Samurai,
Yeah.
which is the superior show. Not having ever
dear.
watched Reboot, I just assume it was better.
I watched them both.
I didn't watch Superhuman Samurai.
I don't know. I don't know that
Came on very
superior is a
early.
word that applies to
They
either.
were in a band.
So
There's
it-
no band in Reboot.
Is there, what do you call a Saturday morning cartoon that aired at 6 a.m. on a Sunday?
yeah, it was always really early.
I got up for it.
Yeah, no, every day.
Cyber
or
Squad
every weekend.
got fucked on the time slot game.
That one also had a lot of weird transition stuff. One of the characters was a robot.
Yeah.
He's like, he
I thought it was
got
an
written off the
alien.
show by them going, I have to go back to my planet. Like,
Yeah.
Disappeared.
teleported away. He's like, yeah, he's a weird guy, but I didn't realize he was a robot. He had a Lawrence brother was the main kid.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend in that was banging, if I recall.
I don't remember. I just remember Tim Curry was the bad
I mean,
guy.
and I'm
look it
saying
up.
this from the perspective of an 11-year-old, but she was banging.
Why did they spell cyber with an S? That's an important
That's how it
question.
should be spelled.
Oh, this stupid thing. Yeah, I never watched this.
no, it's very
I never
dumb.
Yeah,
watched
Tim
this.
Curry was
yeah,
in
it
it.
was too early.
It was
And
a
then-
ton
you
of
were
the
at church.
Sentai shows.
Tim
was probably
Curry.
at church.
Tim
Yeah.
Curry basically he managed to trick this goth kid who probably could have been Lawrence in another life into designing viruses for him, which meant actually designing them, like drawing them. And then
I think
he'd
you
draw
and
a
scan
picture
art.
of.
How does he do it? He just holds it.
Well,
to
he'd be like, I need a virus.
This
for
was
the
pre-stroke.
machine."
Is that Tim Curry?
That's a good Tim
and then,
Curry.
and then the guy would go, "What about this one?" He'd draw like a dinosaur with blades for arms, and he goes, "Yes, this well, fine."
It was pre-
There he is. There. That could have been
oh
Lawrence.
yeah, he just shoots his laser
Yeah,
from one
and then
screen.
he scans them into the computer.
Does anyone know what show the Sentai footage came from? Of them fighting in the
No.
cyber computer?
Who knows?
Who cares?
Yeah,
By
probably
the way,
like Koala Happy Hour.
You go, pump up the volume.
Avatar made $2.7 billion.
Worldwide.
Infinity War is only at 1.2.
Gay.
Well, it took like half a year to get there, didn't it?
Avatar? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't
See,
know.
Lawrence.
We'll get there eventually.
I don't know.
That's
yeah.
before Boy Meets World.
So yeah, I think we're demonstrating now that we have a clear
There's Lawrence.
we have a clear history of
He's an
consuming garbage pop media, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't know. I find it fascinating because
No, that's not her.
Was
That's
actually
her on the
Mary
left.
Sue.
There's Jamie something or whatever.
Conversations. I think people are becoming more and more aware or mindful of the fact that media can be very formative to people's worldviews. So I think there is a bit of wrist slapping going on when it comes to people consuming pop culture and pop media, because I don't know. I can't say if it's changing or not, but I know for a fact when I was a kid, a large part of my worldview was formed by media, because it's all I see, and I didn't interact with people. So if that's your only example to go off of, you start to think that life should conform to these sorts of stories or these sorts of arcs, and that's when consuming things like Ready Player One, you could argue, is bad for someone's mental health, which is a bit of a stretch.
No,
but-
this is look. I firmly believe the most fun and the best life you can have is something that's shared with other people and like-minded folks, in a positive way. Like I get it because cults are a little scary, but
Feels great, though.
I'm thinking if media is a bridge in which you can reach somebody, that's awesome. And that's how I made a lot of my friends, and that's how I met a lot of you guys. Where it's like I'm almost positive the way James, Bruce, and I all became friends was like, you like Tim and Eric? I like Tim and Eric too.
Yeah, I feel like
and that was
that.
like, it's kind of cool. You felt like you're in a club, even though Tim and Eric's very popular, and I get that. It's fine. But I think it just shows what kind of person you are. You're like, oh, you have a weirder sense of humor. That's cool. I like that about you. So I don't know. I don't think anyone should feel bad for liking something popular. But I guess I don't think anyone should dilute.
I don't feel bad for liking Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So There you go.
You did have to
feel
go-
bad
You
for
don't have
liking
to feel
something
bad.
popular.
Yeah, you don't have to feel
You
bad.
did have to
We're
clarify
best friends
that
now.
one statement you made, though.
About
What?
the banging.
Felt a little bad about that.
She was 14 at the time.
Well,
but he
I'm
was
just saying
11,
from the
so-
perspective. Yeah, it was like Alex Mack.
She was banging.
She was banging,
Well, when I
but you
was
can't
10.
say that. You can't go watch the intro to that and go like, ugh. You can't do that
Not
anymore.
as a 33-year-old
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's not okay. So I'm just specifying the
Crap.
difference.
I just realized that happens.
What?
What do you mean that happens all the time?
Oh, the people jerk
not-
off.
not
to
with
Alex
me,
Mack.
no.
Okay,
fuck.
okay, gotcha.
Gross.
You're like, well, I'm going back into the mindset of
Yeah.
when I was 12.
Just trying to
go
understand. Yeah.
To jerk what?
No,
to
you're
rub one out to
you're a
Topanga.
30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What if you masturbate to modern Topanga from
That's fine.
okay.
Girl
That's
Meets
okay, 'cause
World?
That's
she's
encouraged.
she's absolutely
Yeah, you can
older.
do
Okay,
that.
but what if you're thinking about young Topanga?
That's not okay.
That's a thought crime.
You're,
That's not okay.
Can't arrest me for that.
Minority Report.
That's what you're screaming as they lock you up.
Can't arrest me for that. It's an accident. You don't know what I was thinking.
There's a YouTube playlist. I couldn't get to it in time. That would be a fun prank, though.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want
What?
to stop you from doing that.
And no, in the Minority Report feature, if like you like, hey dude, check out this porn video, and just because you're on their wavelength or you've installed cameras in their house, you know exactly how long it takes them to jack off. So you make sure that the moment they shoot rope, you fly up Topanga's picture, and then you call the police on them, and then people repelling through the skylights and
That's
arrest
not
them.
fair.
The shine the light in your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really are
Pedophile
you're
detective.
Chris Hansen, aren't you? You definitely want to be Chris Hansen.
It's the most righteous kill, busting a pedo. I yearn for that
Right.
amount of emotional what is it? Moral clarity in my life.
I
The world
guess.
is full of grays, man.
Yeah.
Do I park in this? Like, do I have to re-up this meter? I'm a little bit over the line. Is that okay?
We always
Like,
have
busting a pedo is always right.
We always have this conversation, but what I always see To Catch a Predator or any variation of that show is a bunch of savvy media people creating the world's dumbest bear trap, where they're just like, because they just know a lot of mentally ill people are
can't
going
help
to fall
themselves.
into it, because like it's the easiest entrapment ever. They're like, "Hello, I'm 14-year-old girl. Where do you live?"
Yeah. That's what it takes. Like, I'm 14. Can I stick my dick in you?
Yeah. Well, they could even be like, "I'm an undercover cop. You are on a show right now." They're like, "What's your address?" It's like,
But you're underage, right?
yeah. I'll bring condoms. I'm not going to use them, but I'll bring them. Would you say your name is Chris Hansen? Okay, I'm coming over.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Well, I want to watch Catch a Predator with you at your
man.
place. Like,
No,
Yeah.
some of the really classy ones, they saw dudes getting arrested in the front lawn. They like drove by,
Make
rounded
sure
the
it's
block,
okay.
came back, it was clean, they got out of the car and went inside.
I would just say at some
How
point.
hungry they are, man.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
sickness.
Yeah, exactly. At some point, you go, there's a very big mental problem with these guys. If they're seeing that and going, I will walk into the Shark Tank. I'm on my way.
At my most generous, I do hope that some of them want to get caught because they're like, this thing.
Cry for help.
Yeah. they need to be rehabbed.
This thing's controlling me and I need to get taken out of society.
Yeah.
I hope. But don't take your mom out of society.
So Thanos, huh?
Yeah. We'll get back to that eventually.
Anyone else think it was weird when you walked away with Gamora? What's that all about?
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird one. Mother's Day, provided you're listening to this on Thursday when it goes up on YouTube. Mother's Day is only 3 days away. That's right. It's this coming Sunday. So you got to make arrangements right now. Luckily, we're here to help you do that. With Sherry's Berries, who's sponsoring this podcast. I'm really glad a strawberry didn't fly out of that.
Yeah,
when I
you
did that.
brought more?
No, these are from last week.
Oh, okay, good.
But they've been in the fridge, so
They're fine.
Can I eat one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig in.
smells fresh. So Sherry's Berries it's a service. They'll deliver a strawberry dipped chocolates that come in an insulated box, so they stay fresh for a pretty long time. And they're delicious. And who doesn't like chocolate covered strawberries? There's a number of pretty typical Mother's Day gifts. You can get a card or like a weird picture frame with Eat, Pray, Love on it, or a motivational poster of some sort. But who doesn't like berries? Also, some people don't like flowers. Up to you. They say customer satisfaction is always number one. So it's guaranteed or your money back, and you choose your delivery date, and once you lock it in, they guarantee that delivery date. So if you go there and they'll offer to deliver on Mother's Day, they promise they'll make it happen. You can get this box, which comes gift wrapped. We took the gift wrap off last week, but it's a fancy box. You don't really need to do any extra packing yourself. You can get that shipped directly to your dear sweet mother for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling using our promo code DUDESOUP. And you can actually double the order for another $10.
They have to hurry up and order that right now. Though. If they're listening on Thursday, they got to order right now.
Yep, got to get in there. So to do that, go to berries.com, BERRIES.com, Bearys.com, and then there's a little like microphone promo code thing in the upper right. If you click on that, type in our code DUDESOUP, it'll unlock the $19.99 offer. So go check it out right now. These are always a hit. Everybody here loves them. You should do it. Be nice to your mom. Feed treats to her. Everybody loves that. So thank you, Sherry's Berries.
Word to your mom.
Nice.
If we're doing 90s references,
That's a good reference.
that's all I know.
Speaking of 90s references,
That was Lawrence.
I'm telling you, it's Lawrence.
So was the hacker
cool.
guy a friend of theirs?
So if I recall,
he was like
there's
a social outcast at
He
their
was a
school.
social outcast. He was also in love with the same girl that Matthew
were.
Lawrence
Oh.
was in. Yeah, Matthew Lawrence was in love with,
And it is.
and hated him for like kind of trying to win her heart.
Okay.
And so he constantly would send viruses to his computer. But if I recall, there was like they're always really nice to him. I think because the show has to have good guys, so they're not like bullies. They don't pick on him. So they're really nice to him, and so he's like a pretty big dick.
Yeah, so he's always like sniveling and like
Yeah.
giving underhanded remarks.
I think
That
he's
dude rules.
British.
It is
Or-
kind of me.
He's got like transatlantic accent or something.
Well, okay, so you guys, unfortunately, I really needed someone to be edgy. I guess I'll be that edgy guy, just to predicate what I'm about to get into. Thanos for Fortnite sucks. They're brainwashing you. Wake up, sheeple.
Does
There we
anybody
go.
actually-
What are they brainwashing us to do?
I don't know, man.
Does anybody actually think that?
No.
What?
Want to go see Infinity
Are
War
people
again?
upset about Thanos
It's pretty 100% positive as far as
I
I've been able
think
to
the
tell.
only people who are upset are the ones who don't get to play as him. Which I made this rant before when we did our H1Z1 video. I fucking hate games today where my fun is metered. Like where I pretty much quit Overwatch in the middle of a match because God of War was sitting right there. I'm like, God of War doesn't stop me from having fun.
That's true.
So some other guy in Korea can have fun.
Right.
Instead, like Overwatch, it's either I'm having fun or I'm not having fun. God of War is either I'm having fun or I could do a little bit better, and that's up to me. Games like Fortnite, it's like, hey, guess what? You get to be Thanos, but get in line. You need to wait. It's like waiting for a fucking roller coaster, and like that's not why I play video games. So they're either going to make it where everyone's Thanos or no one's Thanos.
Yeah, that's
I don't know about that.
That's where like a multiplayer game. That's basically what a multiplayer game is though now with
Yeah.
matchmaking and shit like that.
Yep.
You're gonna get match made into a server that you can't win, and Blizzard is gonna make sure you can't win.
Yeah.
Then
But
yeah.
almost every single day you go into Twitch and Fortnite is one of the top games. So I think they made it with the understanding that only of their full player base, 20% will ever play as Thanos for even a second. But of their viewer base, 95% will see what it looks like and maybe be encouraged to try.
Yeah.
It's basically, I mean, it's really good advertising, and I think it's also kind of a payback, like a give back to their streamers who are so supportive of the game. It's a weird cycle where the streamers play the game because it's the most popular game, but then the streamers streaming the game make it more popular.
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's a weird thing. But I think that there was probably a decision where like, well, if they do, like, they're like, Ninja's gonna get it. He's obviously going to get it. And when he gets it, his views are going to spike even higher than they're going.
Yeah.
And then they're going to share clips of Ninja playing, and then Ninja's going to get more viewers, and he's going to play Fortnite. So we know that it's just more and more. It's like throwing fuel into the fire.
It's called the rich get richer.
It is. I mean, it very much is.
Yeah.
Because if they could not afford to get Marvel to pick up the phone, then they wouldn't be able to do something like this. What I'm really curious about is what it means for other properties. Are we going to see a Incredible Hulk skin for Winston in Overwatch?
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Or a Batman skin for Winston in Overwatch. But it's always funny because Thanos right now is one of the most popular entities, you know, because he's part of this Avengers thing.
Such a
What
weird
about
statement to
the
hear.
Justice League crap that's all garbage and no one cares about? Where's that
Right.
going to go? That's what I want to see.
PUBG.
So that's even still too
I'm
high.
gonna say it's gonna go in some trash.
Yeah.
But because there
Smite.
are going to be Warner Brothers executives that go, "Oh yeah, did you see how much buzz that created and stuff like that?" And
Well-
like Epic isn't going to return their calls because they already have the big thing. So
The spotlight on that was turned on as soon as the Drake thing went down. Like,
Yeah.
The way that spread and the eyes that it drew, that was like every marketing executive in the entire country got an erection immediately. And it took six weeks for it to go away. There were a lot of doctors calls over that.
The stuff's not new. I think
Yeah.
it's just this one was executed really well. I remember there was a really bad one promotion where I think it was like Scissor Sisters did a music video for Halo Wars.
Whoa!
And it was like, it was just
Scissor Sisters.
it was just a big fart. Like,
Well, that's
no one
that's
noticed.
the gears. You can see how
Yeah.
the gears line up.
I don't know, but they even did another thing too with Rockstar. I think even dropped the ball.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Halo Wars remix.
So Adam, I'm glad you brought this up because I have a whole list of.
Scissor Sisters.
I like Scissor Sisters.
I love Scissor Sisters. They're a great group. Like they're
you do? You love Scissor Sisters?
Have you listened
I
to
mean,
their
I think
albums?
Scissor Sisters are good.
I know,
They're
but-
fun, but I mean,
How often are you listening to Scissor
It's
Sisters?
been a while. I
Yeah.
don't know if they put out any new stuff, but no, like that song "Return to Oz" is awesome.
I mean, I didn't say their songs were bad. I'm just
Their
saying
music's really good.
You don't
Comfortably
know,
Numb remix
You
is
don't
good,
know
too.
them
Yeah.
very well.
I do, and I was into them at this time, and I was into Halo, and I went, "What the fuck?"
but you were at the center of a very, very small Venn diagram.
I know. This should have been for me.
And also, and he was like, "What?"
yeah, I was like, I remember watching this, and you're like, "What did they do here?" And
Yeah.
like, I was like, these things have existed for many years. It's just, I think
Well.
when they land, they really fucking land, and they're great. But there's
yeah,
there's so many bad examples.
I know that one.
Well, okay,
What
so
is
what?
this one?
Oh, hold on. What I'm gonna do?
I've already seen it.
Damn it.
Well, so I have a. This is one of the most recent ones, but throughout history, I've compiled some pretty amazing product tie-ins that I think are a good reminder of the fact that this is nothing new. It's just that the platform changes and the product being shilled changes.
This one also feels the Fortnite one feels organic as opposed to what
So-
the fuck?
Yeah,
oh
Solo
no!
This
So-
is the solo story, solo cup, solo party pack.
I thought this was genius
This
because
is
I was
pretty
like,
smart.
I was like, this is absolute genius. It makes total sense. But then when I saw the solo cup, I was like, it's nothing. It's just a
red solo cup!
It's just a red cup.
No, it's on the
not
bag.
It's not the solo logo.
I mean, the thing too about this is that it's literally the word.
right.
Like, also, until this movie, no one referred to him as Solo.
Oh, Han Solo.
Han Solo is the name
I
of
see
the
what you're
character.
saying, yeah,
no
yeah.
one ever said, like, if you walked into your room, you're like, can you believe what Solo did? Who?
yeah, what?
What are you talking about?
Jabba the Hutt referred to him as
The
Solo.
movie created the branding
Who knows?
Solo, and as we've discussed in The Office, we're not sure how good this marketing has been because I'm sure it's going to make a butt ton of money.
No, it will.
But
Yeah.
I think it's going to make a butt ton of money because it's Star Wars
Yeah,
and
sure.
not because the marketing has really sold it as the kind of
No.
movie you're excited to see.
Because you're probably doing what I'm doing, where I go, I don't really want to see that, but I'm gonna go see it because what if it's good?
Well,
So-
I'm going to go see it
I'm gonna
because
go
I'm
see it.
excited about it. I'm
looks like
excited
a
about
fun
Star
adventure.
Wars.
Are you excited about it?
I am actually genuinely
Okay.
excited. Every time I say that, everybody goes, "Are you really excited about it?" And I go, "Yes, I genuinely am."
there's
excited.
there's a difference between being excited to see the movie and being excited for the hype of the movie.
Yeah, I'm not like
There's-
I'm not telling anybody because everybody's shitting on me.
There's certain
So,
movies that are
I'm just
coming
not
out that
saying
I'm
it.
like, oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for Paddington 2 to come out.
Yeah.
But you're not excited for Paddington 2.
I'm just saying, even if they made like a C-3PO story, to be like, oh, well, all right.
Well, sure, yeah, that's the way I feel about C-3PO. Yes, but Han Solo, like for the trailers I've seen, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I really like this. I like the special effects.
I think it could go either way, but yeah.
Well, the
Could go
movie.
either way.
The way I feel about it is the way James just said, which is like this movie could go either way. I, however, am very excited to watch it and see what happens.
Also, Donald Glover, current most beloved man in America,
That's true.
is probably going to steal the whole movie, and people will end up watching it going like, why didn't they?
Make a
They
Lando
didn't
movie.
realize that
Well-
that was the more interesting character here.
I mean, there's going to be a summer block 3 years from now that doesn't have a Marvel, Pixar, or Disney feature in it, so they could make a Lando movie then.
I wanted to go through that Solo Cup tie-in. I thought was almost perfect, except for the fact they didn't change the cup.
Yeah.
If they had changed it to something Star Wars, anything related
Given
to
it the
Star
vest?
Wars.
I mean,
like,
they had maybe, what, 30 days?
Well, and that's what's
To do
funny
that,
is that like
apparently?
you can tell, Adam, you're right. You can tell because it was rushed. Somebody went, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Solo cups, solo movie. we gotta do that. But if they had changed the cups, they'd sold like special Star Wars collectible cups or
Sure.
whatever. Genius, would have sold 1 billion.
Well, the thing, too, like, this happens all the time with movies where the movie will test well, and then they go, like, it's doing really well, and then Disney will go, like, here's $100 more million,
Oh, yeah.
market the fuck out of it. And so they're going, hello, and they're like, Solo cup, so you got it? Can I see that this afternoon? It looks good. Let's do it. Yeah, 'cause-
SOLO, got it.
remember that conversation we had 4 years ago? I need it now. And they're like, what? Oh, okay, cool.
All right, I need a rating quickly so we can.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of these.
Oh, we have to rate them?
Yeah, how many solos do you give the Solo Cup integration?
That's 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
6. Oh
6
boy.
out of 10.
I'm going to go 4 out of 10.
All right, let's move on to the next one. This one's a classic. Hold on, let me unmute everything. There's a lot
Anyone
of
else think
steps
it's
here.
strange that it looks like Han Solo's been wearing the same clothes for like 20 years?
So
I've been wearing the same clothes for 20 years.
Yes.
All right.
I kind of hate those things when it's like you will have this haircut forever.
Yeah, Butterfly Effect starring Ashton Kutcher, and they cast a kid that looks like Ashton Kutcher and gave him Ashton Kutcher's haircut from that 70s show. I'm like, he never changed his hair, ever?
So this is from the summer of '95.
Yep.
Oh, I remember this.
These are the cups. Are these
Yes.
the glass frozen
no,
cups?
no, is this the MasterCard commercial?
No, these aren't the glass
Oh
cups.
boy,
Are these
you
the glass
guys are
Or the McDonald's. This is
off to
McDonald's.
the damn races already.
I think it's the frozen
Yeah.
cups.
Tomatoes, crisp.
Batmobile zooming through burger ingredients.
God damn, 90s are awesome.
Batman Forever.
Yeah.
You bet it is,
Oh,
James.
okay. So Batman and Robin had the frozen
They had
cups.
I remember
The
those.
iced cups
Yeah.
that had like.
I had a Riddler one.
So this is Batman Forever and what? What did they give you?
McDonald's. You get a hero burger.
You guys are
What the hell's a
forgetting-
hero burger?
No.
3 patties.
You guys are forgetting the best Batman Forever crossover.
Which
and
is
it was
what?
Batman Forever crossover with the Drew Carey show.
Oh,
What?
Remember when
All
Drew
right.
Carey won the Batmobile, and then there were like 2 episodes of the Drew Carey show where he drove around in
No.
the Batmobile from Batman Forever.
Holy shit.
I don't remember that.
That sounds
I didn't really watch the
terrible.
Drew Carey show.
That was like your Scissor Sisters. I was
Yeah.
right in the center of that Venn diagram.
You're like, oh, I love Drew
Like,
Carey.
What's Mimi gonna think?
It was never a bad show.
It just was a show.
I don't know. It's like.
How dare you?
Well, Jess is watching Will and Grace right now, and I'm like, where was I? This show's great.
Sure.
Well, the older you
It's
get,
it's
the more
really
you like
funny.
sitcoms.
Yeah.
There he is, look. And Mimi doesn't like it. Ooh, what a stubborn Gus.
Because that was the worst Batmobile ever made.
He made
What
some sort
the
of
fuck?
deal with
It was
her
a
that she
convertible.
had to go around.
He's
in
not
it.
even driving it.
That's how JFK died.
All right. So how many batarangs do you give the hero hamburger at McDonald's?
Well, there's nothing tied to Batman.
Yeah, that's a weak
So
one.
3.
3 hamburgers.
Yeah.
Wow. James.
I'm going to give the Drew Carey Batmobile 8 out of 10.
All right.
8 out of 10.
Bat McDonald's. I'm only giving it 6 out of 10 because of my nostalgia.
Fair enough.
Because in my youth, I went McDonald's Batman, yes, and I was so excited.
Here's a quick one for you. Star Wars Crocs. What? Take a
No.
walk on the comfort side.
Star Wars Crocs?
Yeah, you
Oh,
know
look
it.
at the Chewy one. Doesn't look too bad.
Oh, yeah, because it's got fluffy.
That's the only thing they came up with. That this makes sense, and then the rest is all trash garbage that they had left over.
And the thing is that James is right. We've been through all these meetings so many times with marketing and like I'm sorry, it's all the same shit because they come up with one good idea
Yep, and then they
they're
go,
like, we
"Make
have to make
4."
8 more.
They're like, we want 4 of them.
Yeah.
4 good ideas.
And
And
the
there's
guy-
only one.
The guy who had the ideas already left for Vegas
yeah.
for the weekend. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. How many laces do you give the Star Wars Croc line?
0.
I give it the same as the Crocs, 0.
I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
All right. All right.
Because one of them's good.
Chewy's good.
The Chewy one makes sense.
So this is pretty inspirational. This next one. I hope you're prepared to be inspired.
What is this?
No,
Kind of gives it away.
Wait, when? For audio listeners, this is a Prometheus Coors Light commercial.
The movie Prometheus. You know the movie?
Idris Elba's like, I'm getting out of here, but not before I drink this Coors Light.
Oh god. This is my favorite part coming up. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Whoa!
Wait, what happened? All they did was just show the chords.
No, they're like in an alien
and I
ship.
approve this message.
They're in like an alien ship, and they activate a machine, and a giant hologram Coors Light. What the fuck?
Dr. Pepper.
So the source of all human life. Oh, look at the clip. It's from RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
from RoboCop 2 when they're testing out. Why does the thing rip off its head?
I just love that. Was it the one that
He
just
wanted
shoots
to
itself?
die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shoot itself.
Oh man.
Boy, the Coors Prometheus Light.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it
Coors
8
Light.
out of 10 because I think it's in line with the themes of the film.
Quenching thirst.
Yeah, I give it like a solid 7.
Ooh.
I give it 3 of those guys in white makeup. What were their names?
Nice.
The architects,
Were they-
Engineers.
the engineers.
I don't know. I think both of you are wrong, but I don't know what it is. So.
Never.
All right. Next up.
Never, ever, ever.
The Batman Burger Train chugs on.
Driven
Oh, nice.
desires.
This is Dark Knight and Burger King.
No, this happened?
I didn't know this.
This was
These ones are easy though. When they
Australia, I
don't
think.
do anything special.
Oh.
no, they did something very special for the
Taste.
Dark Knight Whopper.
He's like, hi, I'm Christian Bale, and I want you to eat a Whopper.
The Dark Whopper.
oh wait, it's not.
By the Dark
They
Knight.
did nothing.
It changes
Dark.
nothing.
Wait. What did they change in the
It
Dark
probably has
Whopper?
barbecue sauce
Oh,
on
Hungry,
it.
Hungry Jack.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
it's-
also
It's
that's
Australia
also
or
yeah.
UK. So I thought that was the Black Whopper, which is something else they did. Another tie-in for another movie.
I think I
can't say
remember
that.
that one.
Is that Men in Black?
No, it was more recent. I don't know.
Because
which
Burger
one.
King did the Men in
had
Black.
the black
They're like,
bun,
we'll give you the sunglasses and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
They're like shitty Ray-Ban knockoffs.
So yes, Batman hungers for the delicious taste of.
You missed the best tie-in that has ever been done in the history of anything, which was 7-Eleven in the hit film The Phantom, where if you went and bought a Slurpee, they'd give you a ring, a Phantom ring.
That's pretty good.
I didn't know that.
I did, because they would just keep giving you rings if you kept asking for them.
Remember when they turned 7-Eleven into Quickie Marts?
Yeah, that was
pretty good.
awesome.
That was really
pretty
good,
cool.
actually.
That was for the movie, right?
Yeah. That only slightly one-ups Phantom.
I'm going
because
to
of my
give that
love for-
Dark Whopper 3 Heath Ledger's corpses
Ooh,
Nice.
out of 10.
Okay.
Which is a lot of corpses.
yeah. We only have one.
Yeah.
I give it 4 prescription pills too many.
I'm gonna give it 2 diaries filled with the scribblings of the Joker, except he still signs
that's a
it
different
Heath Ledger.
All right, moving on. This actually,
There's more?
I wiped this out of
He's
my
got a
memory.
bunch.
Yeah.
Dear attendees, right now, as you sit in your
this Matrix and
comfortable
Powerade?
seats, viewing your
This is Matrix and
filmed
Powerade.
entertainment,
That's right, Powerade.
perhaps
The
enjoying
other sugar
something
water.
from the
I
concession
like this guy.
stand. Consider
This guy is like, I got cast as one of the agents for the Matrix.
But in a Powerade commercial.
But it's a Powerade commercial. It's only gonna run in theaters before the movie.
It is unfortunate.
This
your
dude is swinging hard, though.
puny
He's
little
trying.
minds
He's
couldn't figure
basically
out how to
cosplaying
harness
as
this
Agent
energy.
Smith.
Oh.
Do you guys remember
Put it to use somehow.
when we saw
That's
Avengers
beside the point.
and they ran that
point
overboard?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Overboard one
they're
for that
beds.
specific
20-minute?
theater.
They're beds.
to be
That was awesome. I want more of that. I wanted a full movie about a guy, an
Cinemark?
actor,
Yeah.
who stars in Overboard, who forgets who he is and
And
then has
most
to
of-
go and try and figure out how to get to a movie.
How to market a movie that's coming out a week later.
Nothing happens in that?
No.
No.
The sales pitch at the end is that the machines need your energy, so you have to drink Powerade, so you produce body heat for them.
I mean, that's not a bad commercial, but nothing's changed. Was the green flavor new?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
can't
They may
do
have
that.
had
They
to
can't
change
buy
The
them.
bottle, they
Yeah.
made it look like the Matrix on the front.
It's always cool when. So usually when
The
this
whole
stuff-
movie's supposed to be like anti-establishment and destroy the system shit, and then they're telling you to swill down like sugar water.
Warner Brothers is like, we got gold.
great.
We're making 18 more Matrixies. And they made 2.
All
That
right,
was it.
I got 2 more for you.
Really?
You guys here.
Man, it keeps
I
going.
give that 100 Agent Smiths.
That's a lot.
Out of a million.
Wow.
Ooh, a burly brawl. What do you guys think?
I give it 1 Agent Smith and Neo that combined together at the end to cancel each other out.
That was
Remember
really
that,
deep.
kids?
That was real
No,
deep.
you don't.
No, it
Nobody
made
saw
all 15
Revolution.
15 years ago.
I give it 4 diaries filled with the Joker's scribblings, signed by Heath Ledger.
I'm one of the agents from the Matrix. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah, this one's a little piercing and
I knew this one.
kind of suggestive. You want to talk about like videos that pedos have on loop, probably.
In the not so distant future on a planet called
Alright, so
Earth,
it's Empire Strikes
it's
Back.
under rules.
Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh, it's
God.
like his kid.
Yeah.
That's Django and Boba.
But then you get to see kids in underwear.
Oh, God.
Wait, so is it full thing? Oh, or their shirts are tucked into their underwear?
Yeah.
Man, kids are so lucky that they could do
So
that.
ridiculous, Artu.
I mean, you can do it now.
Earthlings.
Nothing's
Yes.
stopping you.
This doesn't,
That's
when you think about a set with a bunch of crew on it
Yeah.
and a director who's 48 years old who screams action and then the kid comes out and goes like moving around like R2D2, like that's when it feels weird.
And his underwear.
Yeah.
the one guy with the microphone is going.
Your choreography was wrong, David.
I give that 4 maps of sex offenders out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9 screaming directors out of 10. I like that. I think that's what Star Wars is all about.
I give it the golden Angie's List star of approval.
What's Angie's list?
Isn't Angie's List where you find all the pedos?
Don't know.
I don't know.
There's
I may have the
DC.
name
There's a
wrong.
bunch of other heroes up there too.
Oh no.
Oh, Batman.
A bunch of underoos.
Batman,
Underoos
Hulk.
is just a thing. What's this girl here on all 4s that looks like she took an arrow in her butt?
Best
yeah,
Japanese
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Oh, looks like Gladiator.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Might not be Angie's List.
This one's
I
a
don't know. I
favorite
don't
of
think it is.
mine.
What's the sex offender website that you go to? Omar, which sex offender website do you go to?
Like it's his hobby?
I don't know.
He's back there
I
somewhere.
think Angie's List is like reviews for products or stores or
yeah,
something.
I
I forget.
think it's like you can
That's
hire a
just a cover.
carpenter or something.
Yeah. She was 18, 1 out of 5.
Oh, God. So this one is a great.
Oh yeah, I remember this commercial.
Client
Quicken Loans has asked me to show you just how easy it is to secure financing for a
There's so
dwelling
many
like
commercials.
this.
Star Trek
Just a
and
few
Quicken
brief
Loans.
minutes Using Rocket Mortgage.
Rocket Mortgage. Download our app.
We answer a few quick and simple questions.
Quick.
Name, address.
So for these situations, who paid
income,
who?
Employment history.
I sometimes actually I want to talk about that after this because that's really important. It's really, really
Is he
important.
married?
Yes.
Why did they have that?
I'm
He
not
beamed in a
Spock.
He beamed in Earth cash.
Do
Spock like Gamora?
I'm told
It's
that I
fine.
have an adequate
do Vulcans normally wear wedding rings?
When they have another shoot that,
that a
day,
thing?
yes.
He's blending in with Earth culture.
Why couldn't he take that off?
When you're between jobs at Starbucks and the shoot, then yes.
Vulcans are known for being married.
When you're between jobs, you fucking do whatever they say because this is your one shot.
They
You
didn't
better-
say they didn't say take off the ring.
It was part of it.
They
He
said
had to-
action, and he went, "Hello, I'm doing a Vulcan impersonation." I
That
read
was-
the lines.
That was for Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah,
That wasn't
yeah.
too long ago.
Yeah.
So.
I remember
that.
that commercial. I remember watching that.
Yeah,
Being
I
like,
saw that in a gym
what
once.
the fuck?
What's
Yeah.
going on?
So Adam brought up a good point. Who pays who?
Yeah.
Because that's always the question. Like, who spent the money to get Thanos in Fortnite? Or did anybody spend any money?
Yeah,
Because these deals can go lots of different ways. They could go, Fortnite went to Marvel and said, we'll give you $1 million to put Thanos in. Or, in my opinion, I think it's more of a Marvel went to Fortnite.
I feel like this could be a handshake.
That was also, I was siding with either the money from Marvel to Fortnite or the handshake.
Yeah. Like Epic just did it. Somebody at Epic was like, I just made Thanos in our engine. That looks cool, right?
Let's take it to
Somebody
them
else
and
was
see
like,
if they say it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just send them screenshots and see what they say. And they're like, oh, you guys should do it. So yeah, I could see it being just like a communal thing.
That doesn't seem like a handshake to me.
Oh, Rocket
That's-
Mortgage
I
and
mean,
Star Trek? No.
That to me screams like someone at Rocket Mortgage was like, there's a new Star Trek movie coming out. Maybe we can get a Star Trek integration thing.
Well, I think it's also the demo for Star Trek, probably older. Like people that
Yes.
watch TOS
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
going back to see Beyond. Like, that's probably what part of it is.
I just feel like that's the way that street goes. Like I don't think it's generally these other brands that are buying a piece. You're selling off your property to things. So the Hero Burger is McDonald's is buying the opportunity to sell part of the excitement for Batman Forever in their stores.
There was a weird. I remember the story with McDonald's because they get a bunch of exclusive rights for like toys and stuff for Happy Meals, and to get that they do the commercials for free or something like that. Where it's like,
interesting.
yeah, it's a lot of weird handshake deals. But like I imagine with the Epic thing, I really wonder if they're like someone really smart at Epic was like, this kind of gets our foot in the door at Marvel, and like if we can land a Marvel game, like
Well, it's
yeah. Like
it's
I
also
don't know.
just it's optics. If your game is seen as a equal platform to the biggest movie on the planet, that's amazing. Like that metrics can start conversations, but things like that end them before they begin. If it's like you can ask for so much more money just because of the visibility of Marvel partnering with you or Thanos being in your game, having the good graces of being trusted with properties like that, that goes for a lot, in my understanding.
It reminds me of a story that you guys will know that I can't really talk about. But it reminds me of a story where I remember one specific, basically there was a company that was working with another larger movie studio. And the company thought they were larger than they were. And they basically, they were yelling at the movie studio that was very, very popular. And the deal fell through.
Yeah.
And I remember that being a big deal because I was like thinking to myself, like, why did they think that they were bigger than this movie studio that's been around for 40 years?
Yeah.
And to me, with this Marvel and Epic thing, it required no ego. Both Marvel and Epic were like, we could do this cool thing. And they went, yeah, let's do a cool thing. And they did it.
It's like alternate timelines. What we saw was the timeline where everyone was wrong.
Yes.
And then this one is the timeline where everyone's just cool and chill.
Yeah,
And
just
like,
cool.
It's because both are rich, as opposed to both being desperate.
Yes.
When you're in a situation where both businesses are desperate and they need some fucking traction,
Yeah.
then they're going to argue with each other about the details. But when both companies are on top of the world, then it's easy to make deals.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Then
we're
who
saying
cares?
rich
It's like,
get richer.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Sure, no problem.
I really wonder if someone at Marvel is like, "Oh, we need a marketing boost. It's only the biggest movie of the year. Like, what can we do?
No, yeah, I don't
Well,
think so.
we should do Also, off camera, we should do a little investigative journalism
Oh yeah.
with Epic.
Sure.
And find out.
Somebody just linked this in chat, actually.
Oh.
Let me credit it appropriately because chat's working this week. Fraz777 links to an Entertainment Weekly article. Says that directors of Infinity War suggested it to Epic.
There you go.
Let's see if I can probably scroll through it on my own here. But
To be a Russo brother or a Duplass brother or a Duffer brother.
It's funny. It must have been. You know what it must have been? I would have loved to have been in that meeting because it would have been the equivalent of like negotiating for a used car.
Joe and Anthony Russo are big Fortnite fans.
So the Russo brothers come over and they go, we'd really like to do something with you guys. Maybe we were thinking maybe you could put Thanos in the game as like a special thing or whatever. And then everyone over at Fortnite goes like, let's think about it. And then they go into another soundproof room and they're like, holy fucking shit, fucking good fucking God. Oh fuck, yeah. Okay, get yourself together. Put your pants back on. Put your pants back on. Okay.
I got a boner.
And then they
Why
come
do I
out
have
and
a
they
boner?
go,
Why won't go away?
yeah, I think we could figure something out.
That's James is right. That's totally what happened when the email came through to
Yeah.
Epic. Because someone was like, fucking, like they were flipping their shit.
Right, but I mean, okay, so
To whom it may concern.
yeah. And to be clear, though, which is a little weird about the story, I guess we should do more digging. The Russo brothers don't own Marvel
No, they just-
or anything. They're directing a movie.
Well, they have the ear of Marvel.
Sure, I mean, but
Kevin
like,
Feige.
Of course, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I can't email Sony a God of War and be like, hey, can you put a Funhaus skin in God of War? You know, I'll work on it.
We've tried that before. Still waiting on it.
Nah, that didn't work.
Still-
Not
I'm
with God
just
of
saying,
War,
though,
but with
but,
other
like,
things.
You better believe I'd get a call from somebody like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you go through the proper channel. So, like, I'm sure they could have, like, at some point, they're like, hey, get the right people to talk to. I'm just surprised that Disney, like, they're, like, pretty, I don't know. Sometimes they do cool things. They do, like, they do random acts of kindness. Other times they're just, like, the Gestapo? Can't say words today.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're just, they're full-on secret police with how tight they are with their
Well,
IP.
again, when you own everything and you're filthy rich, it's easy to be generous, or at least appear that way.
It is easy, but I mean, like,
There's
there are
always
lots of
red tape.
there are lots of examples. Like, I've heard the Star Wars license is impossible to do anything with because nobody wants to change the canon or whatever the fuck. And Star Wars is the most popular franchise in the world. So they could go either way. It's humanity. They could go either way, right? They could go like in the way of, no, I'm going to be a dick, or I'm going to be like, yeah, dude, do whatever you want with Star Wars.
And I wonder if that's more of a Marvel call than a Disney call. Like, I wonder if they have to, like, they need to call the higher up CEOs at Disney, or Marvel's just like, F off, we're going to do our own thing.
I often like thinking about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where they're like, we had Thanos in our game.
Yeah, that's true.
We did. We tried.
It was an NBC too.
Do they still have it or no? They still have that license?
The Capcom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the game.
I think
is.
after this one, it's dead.
But yeah, this is this siren song.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Marvel wants to do in the game space. They're clearly hitting mobile, but
Yeah. I'm just waiting to
I've heard
get
rumblings.
it all back.
I've heard rumblings. I mean, they're like the most palatable rumblings in the world. I've heard that Marvel basically sees the Arkham Knight series as what they'd like for their games too. But yeah, oh sure, you want
Wouldn't
like
we
a
all?
really good third-person, great
Yeah.
AAA action game? Yeah, sure.
We just want to be the best, you know?
Yeah, can we just have
Okay.
that? What you can have is a hard body. You can have a superhero body, but you got to earn it though. You can't get that by picking up a gauntlet in a free-to-play game. Sorry.
Well,
Nope.
Thanos was jacked before he ever made the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's true, but
you think you got that
he
way?
became jacked by conquering half the galaxy or whatever.
Yeah, he worked for it.
Yeah, he did.
Young
Thank you.
Thanos was skinny and scrawny. Even teen Thanos was skinny. He didn't get bigger until he decided to download.
It's like,
body.
you
Beach
gotta,
body.
you gotta reach for that phone, pick it all the way up, bicep curl that phone to you, and then text 303030, or text dude to 303030. That's how you can start your Beachbody on-demand trial membership. This is basically access to the entire Beachbody platform, but through mobile, through the internet. So DVDs, that's old school, that's tired. Get wired, baby. They have all the best trainers in the Beachbody roster, including Sean T, Tony Horton, Autumn Calabrese. Sean T's my man. Nothing gets me more motivated than having him like giggle and laugh at me. I don't know, it's weird. There's definitely like something about the way you can talk to people to motivate them, and they're very good at it. They also have any kind of program you're looking for. So if you just want quick 10-minute workouts, or you want to get all jacked up, bodybuilding, weight training, cardio, high intensity, interval, yoga, dance workouts, it's all there. you can find what's good for you or just experiment if you want to try something else. I remember for the long time I would just do like weightlifting and cardio stuff, and then one time I did Pilates and it wrecked me. It's interesting to go outside of your comfort zone and discover just how out of shape you truly are. You can also work out on your schedule. So if you have 10 minutes to spare, you can get a good sweat in. If you got an hour, you can blow yourself out and then tell yourself you don't have to work out for another week, and then a day later you feel guilty and do it again. This is our healthy relationship with fitness, or mine specifically. But if you'd like to try a free trial membership, all you have to do is text DUDE, D-U-D-E, to 303030. It's the number, 303030, DUDE for a free trial membership. Thanks, Beachbody, for the sponsorship. Thanks for making us all a little hotter. And thanks, Nintendo, for listening to us for once. I don't know, do you guys have any closing thoughts about Fortnite or Thanos or anything like that?
It's cool.
All right.
I wish I could try it.
I'm going to go home tonight and actually play Fortnite to try it, and then I'll come back and tell James tomorrow that I didn't get it.
I wish you the best.
It's not as hard as you might think. I mean, so there's a weird metagame where people will stay in the gliders as long as they possibly can. Because if you pop glider immediately after getting out of the bus, the meteor will hit before you hit the ground. So you can basically be in the glider, wait till you see it, and then try to dive in on it. 4 or 5 people do that. But if you're lucky, you can get up to it, hold E, and get it right away, but then you'll pretty much die immediately.
Yeah.
Wait, so the gauntlet's in the meteor?
Yeah. Shortly after the match starts, a meteor crashes. The
Right, it's
gauntlet
random.
pops out. It's random inside the safe zone.
Of course.
So like the meteor will crash in a different part of the map every time.
What happens if someone dies outside of the safe zone with the gauntlet? Is
guess
it
the
just
gauntlet
out for
just-
the rest of the game?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. It
Probably.
probably respawns, I would guess.
I don't know.
That would be sad.
Let us know, chat.
Those matches go so
It's
quickly
It's
anyway.
right there. You're like, come back.
Well, you know who should ask? Sugar Pine 7. That's all they do.
Yeah.
So I'll ask
They
them.
play more video games than we do.
Oh, the other interesting bit is kind of also in like Battlefront. The gauntlet and Thanos appear on your compass at the top.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to find it, it's always easy. Also, when the gauntlet's on the ground, it shoots a big beam of light up into the sky. So it's pretty easy to track down.
Yeah, but you still need to be the one alive that gets it.
Yep.
That's where I.
And then
don't
other
get the
people use it
gauntlet.
as a trap. There'll just be snipers posted up all around it in the middle of a big empty field.
Cute.
And somebody will be going
fun
for it.
lovers.
Right through the head. Or down. But no, that's lame. Let's talk about old games when they were good and fun and cool.
You have NES controllers on your shoes.
I do. I only
Admit
wear
you
these.
might be biased.
I wear these now because they're the highest ankled shoes I have, and I'm riding a motorcycle. So
What, you buy new shoes?
yeah, I do. I actually need to buy boots. These will probably do nothing if I
Say,
ever
yeah,
fall.
why do you need those?
They'll evaporate. I don't know.
Yeah.
The paramedics come up to
Rip the
your
shreds.
body and they're like, "Thank God you are wearing these high top shoes."
I mean, it's better than nothing. If I do like a really slow fall, maybe it'll protect something. Probably not.
I think your toe is more important. Protecting your toe.
Yeah, there's nothing in there
Yeah,
for that.
that's gone. Those feet are gone.
I just won't crash. That's easy. Just don't crash.
Remember when you told me this morning that you turned off eco mode so
Yeah.
you could increase the maximum speed of your motorcycle?
Yeah, 70 was too low.
No.
What?
70
What, Bruce? What?
miles per hour.
His timeline before and after motorcycle are. I wish we could have compared them. I wish we could have made a graph showing what Lawrence's timeline was in terms of what streets he's going to take, how reckless he's going to be with it, and how many risks he's going to take, and show the slow, gradual thing that slowly rises over the course of about 6 to 8 months to what the actual timeline was, which was a week, and then to the top, and then just a line at the top.
Yeah, I'm now seeing all these ramp-shaped objects in my path, and
Yeah.
now I'm thinking I can
God.
just hit those at max speed.
Drag my knee earlier, making a quick turn.
I wish you'd bought a car.
Not yet.
I wish you'd bought a car.
Then I'd have $10,000 less dollars, and I'd be old and dumb. Now I'm young and hot.
Isn't the star that Bryce shines twice as bright?
The star that burns brightest burns out fastest.
Exactly. And I'm gonna burn so bright.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Can you give me honest feedback? You know my Supreme shirt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have other ones now. And they have one that says Nirvana. Is that funny?
Is it like same font and everything?
Yeah, it's the same thing,
same
except
as-
the face is like stupid. It, like it's kind of like one dumb eye.
I don't know.
The problem is that I think Supreme is better because it's newer. The brand
Okay,
is
yeah.
newer.
Yeah,
Whereas
Nirvana's
Nirvana's
like
old.
Yeah, band from 20 years.
I
5
want to
years
see the
ago.
shirt though because it sounds funny.
All right. I don't think they sell them online. You can only get them at the store, and they never. There's one that I do want, that I totally would get, except they don't have it in medium. So I just need to see if it comes into stock. Oh well.
You by and large just throw in the dryer for 6 hours. Fine.
That's not how it works.
Shrink it on.
What?
Put some paper clips on.
How do clothes work? Sorry, let's talk about Nintendo. My bad.
Yeah, enough about fashion or going outside. Nintendo. So they finally announced their online service. It'll be able to back up saves.
Whoa!
Wow! $20 for a year.
Doesn't
$8
Steam do that for free?
Steam does, yes.
Okay.
Xbox doesn't. PlayStation doesn't. Wait, no, Xbox can. PlayStation will not. Whatever. $4 per month, $8 for 3 months, $20 for a year. Family membership allowing 8 family accounts, $35 a year. Online play, voice chat, all the normal goodies we've come to expect. And it will have a roster of old NES games updated with online play. They've announced the first 10, and they're old. Ice Climber, Legend of Zelda, Balloon Fight, Soccer, Tennis, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Donkey Kong.
So wait, Legend of Zelda's gonna have multiplayer?
Well, probably not that one. They just
Like
described
take turns, maybe?
maybe.
Because that's the way Super Mario Brothers worked.
Yeah, it would
took
be like
turns.
that. Yeah.
It had less of an RPG angle, but or an adventure.
I'll send you an invite tonight. We can play Super Mario Brothers 3, taking turns.
On the internet, talking through our phones.
Yeah. No whistles, Adam. No
Don't
whistles.
have to wear that Splatoon headset that they with that weird graph.
You don't have to, but you're gonna want to.
Remember all the dongles plugged into
So they announced that, but they didn't announce a virtual console.
So they said explicitly.
How sad he was when he
They said
that.
explicitly they're not doing virtual console.
Why would they need a virtual console if they're just doing the games? What's it's
can
just,
meter
now
access
it just
now.
seems like it's yeah. You mean because you can't buy it and have it whenever you want, it's going to be part of a subscription service?
Yeah, like why can't I just?
You're going to play if it was a virtual console and you paid $9.99 for Super Mario Brothers 3 or something stupid.
I wouldn't buy that.
You would play it once and you go, huh.
Cool.
I want like Super Mario Sunshine or like.
well, yeah.
I want like GameCube games.
No, they'll have to HD remaster that business.
Yeah, those are going to HD remaster.
Damn it! People have already hacked it and they're getting emulators running
Yeah.
on it. So
There you go.
Whatever. Who cares? I just do that.
To me, the shift is interesting. To me, because virtual console is all piecemeal. You have to negotiate the rights to each thing individually. You release it, you get a
not if you
surge of
own
sales.
it.
Not if you own it. Sure.
Nintendo owns a lot of really popular games like
Right.
Zelda and Mario and Donkey Kong.
But Nintendo also doesn't want to make. So like it's
why do
weird.
you speak for Nintendo?
I like that Lawrence speaks for Nintendo. Lawrence actually does
Nintendo does not want this.
Lawrence does a very good job of speaking for Nintendo typically.
He does a really good job.
I was gonna say it's a weird position to be a platform holder and a creator of content for that platform, and also the people who make the best content for that platform, and also having a legacy that could also crowd out the entire platform. So
Sure.
if you were on Switch and you were selling a mid-tier Steam game, which is what everyone's doing on Switch, you don't want to compete with Nintendo's Super Nintendo catalog. That
So
would suck.
you're saying Nintendo is easing on or pushing on the brakes a little bit to invite third parties?
Instead of taking one $9.99 payday, they're taking 50 99-cent paydays from the people that want to put their $9.99 game on there.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So it's like the hot girl throwing a party, but she's afraid no one's going to show up if she's the hottest one there. So she's kind of like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
she's dressing down a
That's
little
not
bit.
how hot parties work.
She's dressed up like a clown.
Yep, you got
Okay, so this is
she's-
Nintendo
but she's still hot.
dressing up like a clown. Right, but you can't tell she's hot because she's hiding it.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
This
That's a bad
analogy is
No, it's
perfect.
bad.
I think it's also an investor
really good.
relation thing. You go to the investors and say, we had a great quarter. And they're like, great. What about next quarter? If you have a subscription service and then you say, we added on 500 million users and they're not going anywhere, then it creates constant revenue plus increases. Whereas if you have piecemeal sales, you get a really great quarter and then you have to top it again.
Yeah, that thing Microsoft figured out in 2003.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, it's like what you've been saying for years. It's games as a service. Like
Yeah.
and also it's really hard to cancel. So like when you sign up for this stuff, it's always like, how the fuck do I cancel this thing? And you forget about it and it charges the credit card.
I'm still
and-
paying
$20
for
a year, that's it.
PlayStation Plus and maybe use it 2 times a year.
Exactly.
Maybe, but I'm like afraid to lose my stuff.
Yeah.
I actually had to re-buy into it. Because I wanted to cancel my stuff, but then I wanted to transfer my God of War save. It made me do that.
Man, the world's
Life.
most relatable man.
So sad.
Life comes at
Between
you
my
fast.
two PS4s. What am I supposed to do? Unplug my PS4 and carry it into the other room? Plug it back in?
Yes. How hard? That's not even that hard.
And then it tells me I was supposed to turn it off before I turned it off. God.
He's like, but then the TV I put it on didn't support HDR. And what's the point? And then my PlayStation got loud.
So I bought another one.
So I bought a room that I could put the PlayStation in. And then they didn't have 65-foot cables. So I had to settle for 35. I can still kind of hear the PlayStation.
Man.
Your life's hard. You zoom away on your motorcycle.
Yeah, my electrocycle. I hit a ramp.
Really?
Tumble and my ankles evaporate the moment they hit the
Yeah,
ground.
but you saved Mother Nature, so it's cool.
Anyway, I think we had said a long time ago that Nintendo needed to put their catalog in a subscription service sort of environment. That's what they're doing.
Like a Netflix style thing. That's cool.
I mean, it's got the hoses turned way down because they're launching with 20 old fucking ass games.
it's always so weird. It's like talking to just someone who's kind of deaf a little bit. So you sat down, you had a meeting, you looked at him in the eye and said, I will give you $10 a month if you put all your old games out there and you let me play when I want there. You got it.
Cardboard.
And then they go, we put multiplayer in Zelda here. What the fuck?
Heard you loud and clear.
I didn't say that.
I don't think you were listening to me.
You want Kirby? You got it.
Do you have your ear plant in? Like,
How about Fire Emblem and something else? You want more Fire Emblem? Yeah, you do. Here you go. What?
I said Smash Brothers.
Stop it.
Well, but the problem is, what you're forgetting is that there's someone behind the deaf guy
Right.
who's going like, multiplayer in Zelda. Like, and that's what the paying,
Worm
that's
Tongue?
what, the people that are constantly making Nintendo money are going like, Fire Emblem, we want multiplayer in Zelda. Like,
God.
like you may have the sensible problem, and then there's someone else who's like, yeah, like whispering into that deaf guy's ear.
But Lawrence is right though. Let's go back to the hot girl analogy. They're not going to immediately put out. They're not going to go like, yeah, I'm 18-year-old. I'm the hottest girl in the high school, and I'll fuck every single one of you. Like, it's going to take 6 months of paying for like $200 dinners to have sex with this girl.
can't
Are
afford
you just
that. I'm in high
describing
school.
your life?
I'm in what fantasy land does Nintendo live in where they're like,
Holy shit.
you will
make so much money.
I
you
know.
will not get ice climbers unless you pay us for it. What are you Googling on your phone? Stop that. Like stop looking. You know.
No,
Yeah, but
the thing is, that's you. Everyone else goes, ice climbers! Oh my god!
I think the more Nintendo does this, more people go like, God, if only there was an easier way, and everyone's gonna start searching.
I don't
like,
think so at
How do
all.
I play
No.
Excite Bike? Oh, there's a ROM.
Adam, you are a very small use case when it comes to this stuff. You love changing things on your phone.
Let me see how many downloads.
See?
emulators
He
on my
loves
Play
doing this
Store.
stuff.
Yeah, try and play Excite Bike on your phone. That's
I
what
know
say.
how to do that shit, and
real
I
fun.
hate it. I won't
Yeah.
touch it with a 10-foot pole.
NES
So I'd much
emulator.
rather pay $3 for Excite Bike than
charging for an
install
NES
ROMs
emulator?
and like worry about rooting my phone and
Adam's on
shit.
his own joke.
How many downloads does this thing have? Where does it say? 31,000.
There are
downloads.
websites that it's just like HTML5 that have NES.
Oh yeah, no,
you don't even have to
we've
download
done that
an app.
before. Yeah, exactly. Because they're 5 kilobits or whatever. It's nothing.
I think Nintendo knows this. That like this is just a curiosity, you know, for a particular for an age range that has never played these games or an older crowd that has. It's like it's the same sort of impulsiveness as like, oh, Brave Little Toaster's on Netflix. We should watch that. It's like you boot up your Switch and you're like, oh, it's Mario Brothers. I want to play that, and you play it for like 5 minutes. You're reminded how much old games suck dick, and then you move on with your life.
What are you implying about Brave Little Toaster?
It's sexy.
That's great.
I'm just. I feel like I'm the crazy person. I'm sure a
Vacuum
lot of
can
people
suck a
scream
mean
this,
dick.
where it's like you have one of the greatest back catalogs of all time of things you own. You could even tier it. Go nuts. Who cares?
She's
People
not going
pay-
to put out. She's not going to put out right
I'm
away,
saying,
man.
You know what? You get
She's
all,
not
you get all
going
the
to.
old
You got
NES
to pay
games,
the. You got to pay for her
$5.
dinner over and over.
She doesn't love you.
Well, I mean,
She can have sex with anybody she wants.
similar arguments can and have been made about Disney. That's how they ran the Vault for a long time. I think they were kind of in Nintendo mode.
That's why they bought Hulu.
Yeah, and now they're launching their own streaming service.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Take note, Nintendo.
yeah. But Nintendo
Buy
Disney,
They're still going to cycle that shit through, though.
They're not gonna.
and Disney's not also selling a box that you need to watch stuff. So it's like Nintendo's got a whole ecosystem going.
Disney's going to window all their shit too.
Yeah.
On that streaming service, they're not going to give you every single Disney movie.
course
It's going to
not.
go. The
create
first
scarcity.
movie on there is going to be Black Cauldron.
Black hole.
And then it's Maleficent. You're like, fuck! Why am I paying $10 a month for this? Oh, wait a minute. Beauty and the Beast is coming 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Whew, I'll keep paying.
Do you think they'll do that? You think they're
Absolutely, they're gonna
be
win all
like,
their
they're
content.
Like, watch Avengers now before it goes away. Like,
Yeah.
it goes away. It's digital. Put it back.
They'll do that, but in a year.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like that's what everybody does.
That was a weird thing we experienced this weekend. Jess's cousin just turned 18, and she was like, "Oh, he wants God of War." He's like, "Can we stop at the store and buy it?" I'm like, "Just buy a code on Amazon. They just sell those." And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." He says, "They're out." I'm like, how do you run out of a code? Hit the button that generates more of them. Like,
Yeah. How did they run out of
well,
that does happen.
I think it was.
you generate them in batches.
I believe it was a scheme because they were like, this one's sold out, but the digital deluxe one, there's plenty left over. So it was like, sure, here's $70. Fuck.
This is why.
I mean, there is digital inventory, as dumb as that sounds.
I mean,
I get that, but it's like, how much downtime is there on Amazon when they're like you're out and they're like, gotta wait for the truck to get here.
no, but see, that's what they're doing though. If there's digital inventory, they're windowing. That's absolutely planned obsolescence. They're saying we're only going to sell this many of the $60 copy, but then after that they got to pay the $70. They gotta, and then you did, so it worked.
Well, Jess did.
Oh, okay.
oh wait.
I didn't.
So wait. When it came to paying more for a code or going to a GameStop, you guys still bought the code even though it was more expensive?
I mean, would have, I think, yeah. It did
So
happen.
so you got so hung up on banging the hot chick that you took
analogy's
the
gonna
less
work.
hot chick to a more expensive dinner and then banged her.
It's because you wanted to have sex so bad.
Yeah.
I'm lost on the analogy.
Oh no! I can vouch that it's all caught up and it all makes sense.
Okay, I trust you.
Okay, so Nintendo's playing hard to get, is what I'm reading into this.
100%.
Huh? But
Just
we
like
got
Disney.
Smash at E3. Well, actually, Smash is launching this fall, and online is going to be behind the paywall. So there it is. Their fucking game plan for this holiday is already locked
I
in.
guess I forgot you could play.
You buy people Smash, you got to buy them the fucking slip with the code on it for a year.
She doesn't take off her panties for everybody, buddy.
Oh, that's what makes it special. It's like getting the gauntlet. Not everybody
Wait,
can be Thanos.
so what's happening to games that are already
big
online?
old purple dick? So
Splatoon, yeah.
that's a good question.
Mario Kart.
Because yeah, their online service is free for now.
That's a good question.
They haven't said if they're going to move that behind paid or free services stay free.
But here's the thing: if they move it behind paid, are people really going to go? Never mind.
Yeah,
I won't play anymore. No, they won't.
What
They'll
happened to
say,
all those Japanese guys who are top 10 Mario Kart?
This was always the shit talk in the
Petition.org is gonna get
360
slammed.
versus PS3 days, where everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're like, PS3's free, baby, and it was like, yeah, but it sucks. And they're like, yeah, but it's free. And then they made it paid for, and it got good. And everyone's like, it's the best thing ever. It's like, well, now you're paying for it. It was like, that's exactly like Xbox Live. It's the same thing. Whatever. It's all garbage.
It's all garbage. We're all dying. And that's why instead of toiling away in this life, we need to look forward to the next one. Because yes, it is another week, and yes, there is another breakthrough Cyberpunk 2077 headline to talk about.
"Do we have another ad read?"
Yeah, we do. This is more important. Sweet.
I like that it just stops. Dude. It's one of my favorite parts of that header.
You got to make those stingers quick, Bruce. All right, this comes from Francesco Falsetti on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, you know it. I got to see that translation there.
No, just read it in its native tongue.
Oh,
Oh, we almost
boy.
liked it. Almost give it a heart.
I can't do that. All right. Quote, I just made an appointment for E3 with CD Projekt Red. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a big deal because the presentation will last an hour. Here, do you feel that thrill running down your spine?
Is this
It's
back?
Back?
Bruce,
wait,
remember
wait,
when we went to that Witcher 3 presentation in Germany? We're both falling asleep in the room.
Oh no, that was Chris Roberts of Star Citizen.
Well, no, it was both. It was,
No, he's right.
both of those.
He's right. We fell asleep in both. I think I literally fell asleep in front of Chris Roberts. I was like, he was like, it's going to be the biggest game in space. I was like,
Well, he was like, let's walk around. Hold on, we gotta load this hangar real quick. And both Bruce and I. And he was like, it's loaded.
that's not a joke. That really happened.
But then I think immediately afterward, they're like, welcome to the Witcher 3 demo. It's a big open world. We're gonna be walking around for a while. It's gonna be really
That's
long.
right.
And they're like, we're gonna turn the lights down. We're just like,
This is what's happening while people are screaming about ethics and games journalism.
I just wanted to
The two of you asleep
I don't know.
in the back of
I think shortly after that, we went to like the Xbox One demo. whatever.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "How does the follow system work?" And it's like Twitter. What if I don't want to follow them?
And Brisson's just falling asleep in the back. What the fuck, man? It's like Twitter. Jeez.
So jet lag. I'm like, let me watch Witcher again.
Anyway, Cyberpunk
It's coming.
E3.
Yeah, we know it's
One
coming.
whole hour.
When do you think it's going to come out?
I'm pulling some string. Oh, probably a week after E3.
Lawrence, are you going to get to see
I'm pulling some strings.
a video
Bruce.
game at E3 that might be Cyberpunk?
I'm pulling
20?
some
Yeah,
strings.
that's what I
You
thought.
think do you think I launched the Cyberwatch segment for no reason?
Oh, you think this is getting their attention?
Yeah, it
Poland?
is.
Nobody's ever seen it.
Every week. Every week, hard-hitting Cyberpunk
This
coverage.
is at the end of an hour-and-a-half podcast. There's no way they got this far.
They have to stay.
There might be a shader artist over there who knows about this.
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
No. They're speaking Polish anyway.
I watched the No Clip documentary about him. A lot of nice fellas.
Oh, they seem like great guys.
Yeah, I was kind of falling asleep during the documentary.
Took you back. You could only every single. Some people have like rainforest noise or thunderclouds or a babbling brook. Adam has the sound of
Witcher?
CD Projekt Red executives talking about their games.
There was a part where they're like, oh, they were really excited about it. Like, there was a tree that's in the game, and that's where like assets would just go missing. And we found out it was always underneath the world in this one part. So we built the tree, and then I was on a plane, just like, it's really good.
Well, imagine how much better you'd sleep with the support from a wonderful Casper mattress, who is sponsoring this podcast. Casper is a new kind of mattress company. You don't have to go into some mattress salesman's lair, go into the den of the beast and have him mark you up with all kinds of surpluses and charges, and who needs it? No, we're self-empowered here. We buy our mattresses online. It comes in a like a vacuum-sealed capsule, which is awesome. It also opens like a spring-loaded snake, but it's a mattress, so it's great. I had the most pleasant and whimsical experience unpacking my mattress. I did it in a very narrow hallway.
Have you seen the video of how they get them to be packed that way?
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah, it's all
Yeah,
suction.
giant press just
Hydraulic press,
squishes
baby.
it down and then it
Cool.
slides it in. They roll it up.
That's American ingenuity, which is important. Casper mattresses are all made in the USA. Best nation on the planet, makes the best mattress on the planet. They're also breathable. That's always a problem I had. I'm a hot sleeper. I don't know if that's a thing. I always just get warm when I go to sleep. Yeah. I always had the radiator leg, as I call it, one leg out, just exposed to the air so I can vent heat. I don't have to do that anymore. I can cocoon up. It feels good.
Like a robot.
There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, I gotta turn away from Stephanie when the steam vents at her. It scalds her.
It's called farting.
I turn it into the mattress now, and it circulates. It sterilizes it, kills all the ticks. So you can order online. It's delivered right to your door, compact box. An individual can carry it around, which is also great if you've ever had to deal with moving a bed or anything like that. And it has a risk-free 100-day trial. They say that considering you spend a third of your life on a mattress, it's important to sleep on a mattress for a while before fully committing. Sometimes you can get a mattress and it feels fine for the first couple of days, but over a while you might start to develop a backache or something like that. 100 days or 100 nights specifically gives you plenty of time to make sure that this will fit your body well, give you a good night's sleep. And you can get $50 towards select mattresses by going to casper.com/dudesoup and using code dudesoup at checkout. Once more, that's $50 towards select mattresses at casper.com/dudesoup, code dudesoup at checkout. So go check that out. Thank you, Casper, for your sponsorship, and thank you for the many years of wonderful night's sleep I've had since they sponsored this podcast and hooked me up with a free mattress.
Do you think they've approached Casper Van Dien yet to do like an ad read?
I don't know why they haven't.
Many times, but he keeps saying no.
Casper Van Dien, Casper
in
the
an
Friendly
airport
Ghost, together at last.
We did a live stream with him at Cinema.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
I don't
Is
think
that
I met him
Mortal
then.
Kombat?
Isn't he Johnny Cage?
Yeah, he was.
He was a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. Seems like a
I
nice
knew
guy.
he was a nice guy.
I feel like you have to be humble if you're Casper Van Dien.
He was getting on his plane, he was wearing like all leather, and his really hot significant other was also wearing all leather, and I was like, is that what you want to wear on a plane? But he's probably going to be in first class.
Casper Van Dien.
So good.
First class.
Maybe.
I'm not sure about that.
Right
I don't know.
Right to Cannes Film Festival.
You don't get
That's what he
you don't get
does.
rich by spending money on first class. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
They
the
content
studios probably.
They paid for
Probably
it.
Marvel sending them somewhere for Infinity Wars.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Contract writers, they're powerful. All right, let's net hard. So, all you guys are familiar with A Hell at Midnight, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Does this one just stop too?
Kinda. They're all supposed to crossfade
That
out.
one fades. That's
Well,
nice.
generally, like at Attack of the Show, you do something that's like
Yeah.
everything has to end
wipe.
with a whoosh.
Yeah.
That's how you.
You know, should I add some whooshes?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
no, no, no,
Don't
no,
try to
as
be like the
opposed to
show
the
that got
hard
canceled.
stopping.
Don't waste any more time.
It's
Yeah.
a crossfade. No, since we're in here, the alpha blending is different.
We could hang cell phones from the ceiling.
Oh, we could do that.
That'd be
Finally.
smart.
What
yeah.
if I got just like 10 people to stand over there and clap and yell all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, on the spot does
Validate
it.
me, interns.
Yeah. Make them all pay $3. All right, so we got Howl at Midnight. James, you may not. Oh,
No, I was here
okay.
last
James
time.
and I were there. Yeah.
Great. Adam, you know?
I know of it. I watch the show every week.
Okay. That's a
What
convincing
are you
lie.
looking at?
That? Is that what you're looking
What are
at?
you looking at?
So that's the reigning champion. This next one is so there's,
Well, an impressive
there's
feat
well,
by-
come on now. There's a whole let me preface this. There's a whole subculture of people going onto daytime talk shows and pranking the shit out of them.
Oh yeah.
But I think you guys will appreciate these guys. Chop and Steal.
What?
Uh,
Really?
Is this
Two
current?
very strong men who make the rounds on
Our
daytime television.
strongman duo and what they're doing to educate people. That is coming up.
Look at him.
Actions speak louder than
Let's
demonstrations.
get to
so
some of
let's-
the action right now.
Yeah.
Some of the
Okay.
stuff you guys are doing. We'll talk
All
about
right.
some of your shows
So
around North Dakota right now too.
We found some sticks actually in your parking lot. And
This is all it takes, honestly.
Okay,
yeah.
That's
Two dudes
nice.
in bandanas
Get
wearing
started,
like workout
with
suits.
this
But they're
one.
faking it.
we're
We're going to
strong.
reverse
Watch
roles
this.
here.
Okay.
I'm Chop,
Watch
but this time he's going to be doing the chopping.
Okay,
These are,
sounds good.
normally they say
They
don't
mix
try
it up,
this at
you know.
home. Go ahead and try these at home.
Okay.
One,
All right, perfect.
two.
Gosh, man, local news. Like, local news is basically the same thing as the Infinity War Thanos crossover with Fortnite.
Okay.
That email got
And then
sent.
what we do is we could
Except
actually
it's
use
not
these
Marvel
two
sending an
Jones
email
built-
saying the Russo
Okay,
brothers
go
want
ahead,
to
do
put
your
Thanos in your
skill.
game.
Yeah, so
It's
what, a
it's
lot
like,
of times
hi,
we, like-
I'm an idiot and I want to do something on your show, and they're like, we got some. We got something for Tuesday.
Yeah, thank God. I need
Yeah.
10 minutes to fill.
Oh, hold on. This is the other feat of
What
strength.
do they do?
Watch out. This is pretty graphic. It's gonna wait for it.
Us out here, so we just go one,
Ooh.
two,
Okay.
Just throwing sticks at his back?
Yeah.
four,
TV went off.
5, 6. How you doing over there?
Been better.
Yeah, that one is. One other thing we did is it's after Thanksgiving, so instead of buying expensive weights, one thing you can do is you got leftovers.
You got leftovers.
Are we sure that
Leftover
the
grade
news
sweet.
doesn't know that this is?
They don't care. Local news doesn't
This
give
is not
two
fake or
shits.
this is fake?
If you want to prank anyone, just call local news and say, "Hey, I'm this. I do this."
Yeah.
They will not check it.
Yeah.
Really?
They do not care.
You could even say, like, I'm doing a prank. And they're like, yep.
But I mean, I couldn't do
Sounds
that
good.
here in Los Angeles, right?
Probably Los Angeles may be a harder demographic, but it's not going to be impossible.
Yeah. I mean, drive.
If you do local news,
drive
you'll probably
3
get on.
miles east, go to Palm Springs,
I mean,
you'll do it.
when we cast our votes, our ballots, I will tell you why it's so feasible and how I know it's so feasible.
I want to try. I really want to try this.
Okay. You want to go? You want to prank something?
I just want to do something on local news. I've always wanted to be on local news. I've never been on local news before.
When I did the
start
Try
some
Guys,
fires.
I got to be on local news. It was quite a thrill. Quite a
Was
thrill.
it?
Yeah.
Try guys? What's that?
Try Guys, the BuzzFeed group. They
Oh,
try
that thing.
things.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
I was
yeah.
on their
Yeah.
YouTube show.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Come on. Jesus Christ, Adam.
Barely watch any
It's kind of a
videos
big
on this
deal.
channel.
Adam and I were on a local radio show in Montana. No,
Oh yeah, was it like
Boise,
like,
Idaho.
Boise,
like,
Idaho.
Like Greg and the
Yeah.
Greg and the
Bulldog?
Rock or Greg and the Dick or something.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
like, Sloppy and the Dog or something.
Nick and Jay. Or, it was, but they were really nice. But it was a local radio show.
Yeah.
100% local radio.
And then we just ask us like about news stories and be like, what do you think about Tomb Raider? And we're like, yeah, right.
But it was in Idaho.
That's what Kevin
Yeah.
and Bean does every day.
And they're just firing their staff left and right.
Oh, TV turned off again. They got to get that fixed.
That's
Keeps flickering. There's just some dude who's asleep.
Looks like our lobby.
So are there? Did
that-
they make several appearances, or is this their only appearance?
No, they've made the rounds. They're typically
in
not
of
allowed.
North Dakota.
Yeah, Bismarck. They can usually do each show once, and then they're not asked back. So yeah, that's
Not asked back.
the power team, Chop and Steal, demonstrating feats of strength versus Howl at Midnight. The let's see what the most recent post on this whole thread is here. For those unfamiliar, Howl at Midnight is a role-playing thread on the Backyard Chickens forum, in which there are a number of rules laying out the canine society. And let's see
Adam,
here.
you would love this.
We've
Oh,
been
yeah.
following
You
the.
would love it.
I love it more than the prank dudes.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like things that inspire Bruce.
Let's see here. He has to find his mother
Wait a minute,
wolf.
why?
He walked out of the shadows. Quote, Snow of Storm Pack. I am Knight of River Pack who battled you earlier. I believe we have met before this day.
Oh, this is yesterday.
End quote. Yeah, it's still
So they
active.
added like,
They're still going.
how many pages did they add since last week?
I don't remember what the count was at. It was in the 1100 area, so I think
Yeah.
3 or 4 pages maybe.
Alright.
So yeah, as I recall, one of the pups was sick, but
Lily
maybe-
Pup whirled in a circle. Where is he? How can he just disappear? She thought worriedly. The pack was in shambles and the stress was so thick you could taste it.
I vote for the wolf thing.
All right.
I also vote for the wolf thing.
All right.
Because Nathan Fielder did the fake strong. He did. He showed pretty much that as long as you just call, you make a fake website and you call up the local news, they'll basically put you on no matter what you do.
I didn't know that.
And he pranked them with this exact same thing.
Yeah,
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like Howl at Midnight as well.
All right.
You should have shown this one. Look at the bottom left thumbnail.
Well, that's awesome.
That's a good one.
That'll get you some clicks.
Wisconsin. Wow, they're doing really. Oh no, it's the same
show.
clip.
Oh wait.
They came back.
Ha! Oh, he's stomping
Some
the...
empty baskets.
It may just be more of the same thing we just saw.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
channel 69? Oh! Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's good work. Why aren't we doing
It's
that?
not a good workout.
I know.
Man,
He's pushing his legs up.
I know.
you're both working out though.
Well, you guys already voted him down, so...
No, it's yeah. I stand by it.
As though they couldn't go any further down.
Also, if this was an internet-only show like the Young Turks or something, and they were getting
Oh,
pranked.
you think because it's local news, it's
Yeah, it is
netting
kind of old
less
media, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. But I get it. It is very internet.
Oh, shit.
Is that John Smith?
Yeah, one of them does look like John Smith.
Look at him go.
Wow, they're so
That
strong.
looks like a G4 pilot.
Yeah, tire hitters.
It's called Smash.
You're
except
thinking of the
every single time. Oh, you're
Human Wrecking
unwrecked
Balls.
balls.
Human Wrecking Balls. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty cool show.
It's Smash. It's a show where we destroy stuff. The only problem is we can't show it, so we blur all the destruction.
Wait, they couldn't
Count
show
Nexus
things-
cow.
No, that's Hurl.
They couldn't
Hurl
show
was a
people
show where they
vomiting.
tried to make their contestants throw up, but then they ultimately decided that they could not show the throw up, so they had to blur it all. So
There was
it
the
a
other one too, at the Vegas
Rear view.
gambling show.
4 months, 4 million, or 2
Yeah.
months. 4 million.
5M.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
It was like they had guys go to Vegas and they were like, who can take Vegas for like hard counters? Like who can take Vegas for most money? But they couldn't film in the casinos.
I know.
So it was just always footage of them back at the house.
It didn't make any sense.
Uh-oh.
The Pumphrey brothers. I had to produce this segment on Attack of the Show when they came in because they're like, we have to promote what was it called? Human Wrecking Balls.
What is this? What
No,
happened?
this is Chop and Steal.
This is Chop and
Yeah,
Steal.
they're getting sued for copyright infringement, fraud, and conspiracy, which may be a total lie. But they're asking for $80,000 on GoFundMe for legal defense. funds.
$80,000.
But aren't they going to get a lawsuit against them for doing this? If this is fraud,
I don't know what this is.
it's just fraud on top of fraud.
Oh, that video's unavailable. Whoop. Why is Chops?
Oh, they were on America's Got Talent.
I guess.
Look up Hurl trailer.
Yeah.
Before Hurl.
That's my favorite part. Is that
the
like
pinnacle
everyone's
of
we're gonna
G4
make
television.
people throw up, but then we can't show the
Yeah,
throw
then they
up.
filmed the whole show and they're like, hold on, they're telling us that we can't show the throw up.
Yeah, we
World
filmed
TV
it.
show.
It's done. How many seasons? 2. Is that bad?
Just do Hurl G4.
We're all TV shows.
Was
Enter
Lazar a
someone.
character?
I don't know. Commercial.
2008?
Oh yeah, Lazar's episode. He was on
G4
it.
Hurl commercial.
Yeah, he was on it.
Who's Lazar?
I don't know. It's apparently just some dude.
This is like it's a 4-minute YouTube video. How did they make it a 22-minute TV spot?
That's what G4 did.
I guess you're right.
This was it was a competition show to see who could throw up the least.
I mean, I'm doing it right now.
I mean, yeah, but then they would put you in like a whirly do, and then
Oh, man, look at how much of the screen is covered.
Yeah,
by
they got the
garbage.
feed going down there.
Yeah.
Layla
People wanna
Kaylee
watch
somewhere
Twitter.
is-
Yeah.
spinning in her grave.
She's trying to read that.
I'm watching news, or I'm watching TV, but I wish I could get the news. There it is.
Wait, it's the perfect channel for me.
Yeah.
How much room was taken up?
Yeah. If only there were some facts about Star Trek. There they are.
Oh, 2.0. There's
Here, skip ahead to when he throws up. Fuck, jeez.
I don't know
Come
when that
on.
happened. Wouldn't that all be at the end of the episode?
These are some cool lower thirds.
Yes.
They have to roll
David
a human.
Jaffe.
Lost in 2.0.
Yeah.
They got to roll the human interest packages to make you care about the people that are throwing
Yes,
up.
this is,
They're
there's eating some stuff there.
gagging.
Yeah, he didn't look too good. Well,
I like that it was called Hurl with an exclamation point too.
oh yeah.
A little more sriracha.
Wait, so hold on.
That's a cool graphic.
The point of the show is to throw up as little as possible,
Yeah.
but to consume as much as you can.
Well, it was different challenges. So like you'd eat a bunch of shit, and then they'd put you on like a Ferris wheel or
spin
something.
you.
okay.
When are people gonna? Oh, they gotta swim.
Because I want them to show that they would blur it out with buckets of Hurl. So they had them swim, right?
Yeah,
Did they have Hurl branded buckets? Oh, come on, barf.
Nobody threw up in this episode?
This is just the first half.
Can't believe this didn't work.
They still
Oh, they have to eat more?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is like torture.
Oh, wait.
Hurl warning.
Oh, here we go.
Watch when they blur it. That's my favorite part.
T-minus 5 seconds to hurl.
Coming up on Hurl. Somebody hurl.
Oh no!
Of course.
Well, you better believe I'm coming back after that commercial break. Cancels cable.
God damn it.
There, part 2, yeah.
This is even frustrating, and I can skip forward through it at like chunks at a time.
Imagine watching this live.
Somebody barf. Jesus. God, nobody's.
They blur it out with buckets.
They just need somebody
Back
to
in
run
the
up
pool.
Back in the pool. Oh my gosh.
So wait,
G4 is like the Tasmanian tattoo. Devil tattoo.
We took 5 volunteers. We gave them a pie. Once they finished eating the pie, we hired 250-pound men to beat the shit out of them. First one to cry like a baby loses. Welcome to Cry Babies.
Oh wait, there's X's.
Oh yeah, so these
means
guys
somebody
must have
threw
hurled.
up.
Somebody must have hurled.
Oh no, it already happened.
Don't blink, or you'll miss the hurl.
3:45. Holy fuck, man. This podcast has been going for an hour and 45 minutes.
Hold on. Wait. What?
That's his memories. He's thinking about
Thinking all
everything
the
he's
belly
been
flops
through.
he
I
did.
can't figure out why no one watched this show.
Did they cut out the hurling?
There had to have been 2 hurlers up to that point.
They cut out the hurling.
Damn, what are they gonna hurl?
They definitely cut out the hurling. 100% they cut it
It's really
out.
called Don't Bleed. We shoot people with guns.
Yeah, it just goes to black.
Yeah,
It's weird. That like
It's weird to think about the bottom tier reality, like
somebody's hurling
Lazar.
right now. Damn it.
Lazar from Hurl, like because there's like tiers of reality television. Oh, they're still in it.
skip ahead. Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
they're out.
So they threw up. So they even cut it out of the episode. But that was YouTube, I think, not Hurl. That's not G4's fault.
I mean, this isn't G4's
Stop apologizing for
channel.
G4.
This is uploaded by Lazar fan page. So maybe they cut out all of the parts that make Lazar look not so cool, like the hurling. Why wouldn't anyone else hurl? Damn it!
Oh, he's about to hurl.
Boo! Nothing.
They could have at least done something artistic of like an animation of someone throwing up, or like a representation.
Replace
of
it with like glitter.
That
a
sounds like
fountain
that
full of
costs money.
We gotta, yeah.
Yeah, this was all filmed in what, 3 hours next to a
Who
pool?
was the? Do you know who the EP was on this? Like who came
Oh,
up with
I
this
don't
idea?
know.
Okay.
I'm not offhand. No.
Do you know the name of the robot that processed things? And said, this will be a good show.
I will take your $100,000 and make a show called Hurl.
Rolls away. Thank you, G4 robot.
I can't believe they bought it.
Yeah.
Hits a wall,
Viewership will
catches
be
on
through
fire.
the roof.
Tread falls off the side.
Be sure to tune into channel 236 for more G4.
Please, Olivia, don't leave.
That's only channel 236, only in Montana. 334 is in North Dakota. All right, we gotta stop.
We've suffered enough. Yeah.
gotta stop.
Hey, thanks
Much like
everybody
Hurl.
for joining us on this podcast. We'll be back next week with more hard-hitting commentary, journalism, Fortnite stuff.
I doubt it.
Cyberpunk.
That'll be E3 news next week.
Yeah, Cyberpunk. That's what I said.
I said E3 news.
Next week.
They're gonna release another Dragon Ball Fighters, because then I don't care. I have nothing to live for.
What if they do a reboot fighting game? Arc System could put anything in. They got Ruby now? Everything. Everything.
Oh, piece of Ruby.
Yeah. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Nothing
And-
frustrates me more than having to provide credit card information as a contingency when I'm
yeah.
not actually making a purchase.
It's really weird. It's always been weird to me that companies need that stuff, and it always worries me.
I know for them it's a safety contingency if you were to try to
Sure.
purchase something, but
Still worries me though.
or if you have a subscription or if you have like a free trial.